Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. It's time that we continue Undead Domination in Iratus, Lord of the Dead, which we haven't played in a while. So here we go. We shall continue our campaign, where we have made it to the Dwarven Catacombs, Dwarf Tunnels they're actually called, and are trying to make our way to the boss. Now the Dwarven Tunnels are a lot more straightforward than the mines were, so we can actually get there pretty quickly. Now I haven't quite played this game in a little bit, so we need to make sure that we don't forget doing stuff. I have things that might allow me to upgrade stuff, so let's see. 20 Wrath at the beginning. Okay, we need like stuff for that though. Oh, here, we need a mummy, which would give us, like, more stuff. So mummies are actually quite good. Can I make one? I can make one. So we're gonna make a mummy.
I like to keep the embalmed organs as souvenirs.
Iratus is such a shitter. Alright, here we go. So now we've got the mystical obelisk upgraded to level 3, which means we will get even more digger souls after a victory. Minimum of 12, maximum of 18, which is quite nice. Plus the ones we find anyway, so that'll allow us to upgrade things faster. And we also need a mummy right here, but we need digger souls for that. We've got these two at full health. Anyone not at full health? No, I think we were doing... Oh yeah, that's Ludoween. I think we were actually doing pretty alright with Vali Grauman, our mummy. I might want to put in TJ Waba instead of DJ Deeks for now, because Waba has, as a skeleton, has the whole, like, ignores armor thing, which is really good against the dwarfs. Alright. So, we continue. Let's see. So, we can go over here to the Soul Spring, which gives us Digger Souls, and then do a battle, which leads us to a Sacrificial Altar. We get a random consumable or minion-specific item here. We have to get to 2 fights, though, but that also gets us to a quest. So, I think we're gonna go here. And on we go. Let's see. So this is going to be interesting because, like I said, I haven't played this in a while, so let's hope that I remember everything. Yeah, so this guy has block. They've got block. This is a Geomancer. Okay. I don't think we've seen this guy yet. While dwarves are not particularly fond of magic, there are few disciplines that are notably excluded from the stigma. For centuries, Geomancers have practiced their craft. Alright, and they've got like a shooter guy. So these guys all have block, which we can forgo. So the Banshee... These guys are not gonna get it, but this guy is gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. I can put him into the stance so that when the Banshee uses her howl, he's gonna like put some extra stress on people. I do also want to... Target minion uses luck but gains attack. We're gonna use that on... our Skelly, because the Skelly has the enchanted bones, so it can actually use buffs. Absorb power, remove all buffs from enemies. Oh yeah, this is really good. This pulls people forward, which is quite nice. So we can actually pull this guy forward and deal some good damage to him and put a debuff on him. Alright, and here's... she's gonna use the debuff thing on everybody. So those two are also gonna lose... Huh? Wait, what? Oh no, did I upgrade his thing? Wait, what? Oh, hey Tech Dragon. Each time an enemy receives the buff, the Dark Knight is 67. Wait, did they change skills? What the hell? They must have patched this and changed how the skill works, and now I don't have the debuff thing anymore. It's on here now. What the hell? Okay. Well, that's super helpful. Thanks, game. What the hell? How much damage would I do with this? 40 to 42. But we're gonna ignore this guy here. Because, we're just gonna ignore his armor and his block. Wow. Woolly Woolwolf is still doing alright. It's just that kind of useless, you know? Because they don't seem to be buffing here. Okay, I can definitely kill this guy. So that's actually what we're going to do.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Little bit of damage, but Woolly Wolf is going to get that right back. That would be blocked. They don't have any buffs. This would move me forward. I guess we're just gonna remove this guy's block for now. It's the best thing we can do. Yeah, whenever she dodges, she gains health back. Oh no, debuffs. What is the debuff? -2 armor, -2 resistance. We're fine with that. All enemies lose 12 vigor. He doesn't have block anymore, so we're gonna finish him off. There we go, a nice crit, very fine.
Never gets old.
And then, so these guys have block, which we would, oh, well, actually, which we would be ignoring, so let's kill the, let's kill the Geomancer first, because I really don't like magic. Everyone still has that, right? Deafening Wail? No, only she has it, okay. Oh, it's only for their next action, yeah. Alright, I do have to eventually get rid of these guys' block, though. Because while the skeleton can bypass it, the others cannot. So... Oh, this guy has a buff. We will remove the buff. What? Oh, I have to click the mummy, okay. Goodbye, buff. Ignores ward. Well, that's actually kinda nice. Oh yeah, right, wait, I can get rid of them with a spell. I completely forgot about the spells.
Sun up in the sky, bony weather incoming.
And then we're gonna hopefully finish him off. Yep, there we go.
More materials. I didn't think it would be this easy.
Bony weather. He's just buffing. He's just buffing the whole time. And we're gonna use this again.
There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Okay, he just does that like every time I use this spell, apparently. That is a little much, maybe. Alright. He's got that much. These could both crit. But we're gonna go with the one. There we go. And then... Dead dwarf! The only kind of good dwarf is a dead dwarf. Acid Gland. Every successful ability using... Every successful ability using grants the minion a chance to strip the enemy of all armor and resistance until the end of battle. 50% for single target, 25% for AoE. Huh. That's actually pretty good. Valus the vampire. Wait, Valus the vampire? Oh, the arena, right. We actually have a vampire and so on in the arena here, just letting them level up. Actually kinda nice. Bali Grauman gains some stats. Not really enough stats for what I want to do. So let's see, we have a talent point, but I need more of those. Let's see real quick. So, increases stress damage dealt by 10%. So here's the acidic land. Strip the enemy of all armor and resistance until the end of battle. So, this would actually work really well with the Soprano ability. Like 25% chance of doing that, and we would be using the Soprano ability quite often. And I would get rid of the... I mean, stress damage 10% is like, instead of 13 damage, it would deal 14 damage. Hey Dillis, you did not miss much, you just missed one fight. What about Vali? Does Vali actually have... No, Vali doesn't have anything like that, okay. Got stats too. Could give him more resistance against magic. Give him more luck. Or crits. Nah, kinda gonna wait with that. The zombie. The minion's ability ignore block and wards, that was really good. This is for zombie only. Okay, yeah, we're gonna give this to her, and we're gonna... How much? For 50%. Okay, we're gonna give this to her. So now every time she uses an ability that hits an enemy, she has the ability of stripping them from all armor and resistance, which could be super good. We'll see how that works. Am I still alive? Are you... There you are, yeah. Yeah, you're all good. There's only one battle. You did not actually take part in that battle. Alright, let's see what we do here. I definitely want these like Geomancers and so on to die pretty quickly. Hail of Teeth is really good to get rid of 2 blocks like that. Because it deals physical damage. But for now we're gonna buff our Skelly. Which also gets rid of a block because our spells deal random physical damage to someone. Which means that I can actually just attack this guy and deal a bit of damage. And then of course do the same with him. So we're gonna try and get rid of this dwarf first. By also pulling this dwarf forward.
One more.
Oh yeah, there's the nice crit. There's the nice crit. 30% chance to crit on our mummy, by the way. Vali Grauman doing very, very nice crits. Alright, and here's the Accelerando. So he got debuffed with Accelerando. The others have their wards, but we're of course removing them bit by bit, so... Oh no, this guy has a buff. Okay. Well, I guess I could just get rid of the buff. Anyway, let's get rid of this guy's block. There we go. And then also pull him forward. And dealing a lot of damage to him. Very fine, Vali. Here's Wooly. Wooly can immediately attack this guy. Then we're gonna use another Accelerando, get rid of people's wards. Also always a chance to get rid of that guy's armor now that we have that item on him. So, performs additional attacks for each buff. So I could actually attack this guy 3 times if I wanted to. Or I can just immediately kill the Geomancer. So we are going to kill the Geomancer. Because getting a kill is obviously more important. Murderer! The Banshees are so unwilling. Okay, and now we're gonna use this, which removes this block and hits him 2 times. There we go, very fine. And then he doesn't have block anymore either. We're also gonna get rid of this guy's block.
There's no sun up in the sky.
Bony
weather incoming.
And then we can finish this guy off. I didn't even buff with anyone here. Might as well just buff everybody so we can kill him faster. Nice. Can't even hit a goddamn skelly. Oh, what's that debuff? Agile Grasp, right. Nice. There we are, another 5-1. What's this? Cannibal's Jaw. The minion receives plus 12 attack and plus 12 dread when an ally dies. Okay. Scroll of Skullfall. Level 11 Brain. Quite nice, quite nice. Bayless and Cowhead are leveling up decently. We have a good amount of Digger's Souls. We might be able to upgrade something. The Mortuary. Activation. Oh, the statue. If we make another vampire. Can I make vampires now, actually, since I unlocked that? I cannot make vampires yet. But why can I not make vampires? Turn 3 enemies... Oh, right, because I need to turn 3 enemies into vampires. Right, there was the whole thing where if they run away and I put that one spell on them, they become vampires. This needs a headless man. This needs a mummy. Okay, we can make another mummy. Mommy!
They will carry the curse of my tomb to the world.
Oh, wait. Wrong one. Here we go. So now we have an 11% chance to find a random artifact after every victory for each minion. So that's 22% right now, which is actually quite decent. Yeah, and I think we pretty much have everything upgraded to a point where we can't actually upgrade anything else. Okay, Deidara Katsu actually leveled up. What are we gonna give you? Let's see. This restores the target to full sanity. Gives Wrath. Gives mana. Whenever an enemy moves, the Banshee deals 50% stress damage. This is no, and this is no. Ignores ward, very fine. Whenever an enemy moves, the Banshee gains +1 block, +1 ward while in this stance. This is like more defensive. It moves the Banshee back though, which is kind of like, eh. I guess this would actually work kinda well with Vali Grauman if I wanted to go for stress damage, but I've been using the Banshee just kinda for blocking. So I'm gonna upgrade this.
Back to battle.
And then we have 2 stat points to use, but I need more stat points than that. The others kinda like have stat points, but also not enough. Alright. Well, we keep moving. We seem to be a bit on a winning streak here. Another slipper for a Banshee. Dark Knight. Another skeleton thing. Those are really good. Mummy only. At the start of its turn, the mummy restores 4 vigor for each curse on enemies. Just kind of to keep the mummy alive. We're gonna take another enchanted bone, because those are so good for our skellies. I believe all of my skellies so far have them, but you know, if one of them ever dies, we have another one in storage. As you advance closer towards your goal, you feel an odd rise in temperature. Here and there you start seeing various hissing pipes protruding from stone recently worked. Suddenly you come across a much more open cavern. Thick smoke polluting the air as a great fiery furnace burns with blinding intensity. You realize what you have discovered. This is a dwarven crematorium. This is how they get rid of their dead. Your intrusion has not gone undetected, as a group of dwarven flamethrowers move in to give you a warm welcome. You only have a few seconds to react. We're gonna fight them. Fucking flamethrowers. Actually one flamethrower and 2 berserkers. So berserkers are interesting because they get a lot of attack for losing stress. Elite heavy flamethrower or fire throwers. Okay. This dude has 14 armor. Luckily our wonderful Skelly actually ignores armor, so that's quite nice. Hey Velas, how's it going? This just deals magic damage. They don't have any resistance. I could actually just deal magic damage to them. Do I want to buff the Skelly? +9 attack, because it ignores the armor, or do I just want to deal magic damage? We're gonna buff the Skelly. Always buff Skelly. Okay, we're gonna see about, let's see, who do we want to get rid of first? We're definitely gonna start getting rid of a Berserker and so on as well. The elite guy just has way too much armor, which we're gonna ignore with our Skelly. So the Skelly is gonna focus on the elite guy, while everyone else is gonna focus on quickly getting rid of these Berserkers. Which should work out splendidly. So this does deal a bit of stress, but it also reduces their damage quite massively. So we do want to do that. And don't forget, we do have a chance of getting rid of that guy's... The guy just gained armor and resistance. We do have a chance of getting rid of people's armor, so that would work. We really don't care about his armor though. Our Skelly just completely ignores that. Alright, let's buff everybody. And then we can start working on this guy. Damn, poor Skelly. Oh god, the flamethrower. All good though. Damn, these cops stink now. Now? We stink now? Are you sure about that? Alright, let's see. We're gonna deal some extra damage to this guy. What the fuck? That was the weirdest scream. Was that really supposed to be a dwarf? Death comes for everybody. Nice, he's just dead.
Brave are an excellent source of...
And this man just turned insane, which means he's now proper berserk, so I do want to try and get rid of this guy. Frenzy is not that important that I want to remove buffs from. We just want to kill him. There we go. Yup. Vali is a very, very fine man. The mummy is a lot better than I figured.
I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
It was a difficult fight, but you managed to outmaneuver the dwarves and their relatively simple weapons. With no one left to oppose you, you let your minions search the building, finding plenty of corpses that were not yet burned. More importantly, however, you shut down this facility, making sure that there's no chance for your enemies to deny you your precious resources. Iratus receives a bonus 25% chance to gain parts after battle for this entire floor, basically. Alright, so let's see. We can head over here. An ancient coffin filled with items. We can restore mana or vigor. Go for a fight. And then get the ancient coffin. A mythical chest containing artifacts. Okay, I think we're gonna go to the right, and because we want to grab those artifacts. One sec, people actually leveled up again. Nice, now we have 5, so what can we give you? We're gonna give him even more luck, 32%, for crits. So Vali is just going to be the crit man, which is quite hilarious to me. Then we have TJ Waba. Let's see. The target gains armor resistance until the battle ends. Oh yeah, this is the shield thing. Stuns the target for 1 turn or interrupts stances. We're going to go with stuns.
Serve me well, my minion.
And then we've got 4. I could gain an extra armor. Or I can wait until he levels up again to give him even more attack. Anything like I can upgrade him with? No. More armor is usually nice to keep him alive, so here we go. And then Wooly has some more stats. Oh, okay. Not a lot though. I definitely want to wait so we can like give him more armor and resistance and stuff like that. Well, don't really need to heal TG Waba. That's fine, it's just a tiny little bit of damage there. Okay, let's see. Ashes of a Burned Witch. Send enemies on fire for 2 turns when minion uses ability. At the start of each round, minion restores 5% of max vigor. Reduces damage received by 10%. I think I might want to get rid of that deal 10% extra damage on TJ Waba and instead give him this so that he becomes more tanky. Or I could give him this, which sets people on fire. Set enemies on fire for 2 turns when minion uses ability. Dealing 10 damage with single target abilities. And that would then set them on fire. I'm not sure if that's actually worth it though. Let's take the heart.
Collecting.
What does Vali have? Increases Iratus spell power by 4. Because I could get rid of 10%, so I would lose about 3. I would lose about 3 damage. But I would make him that much more tanky. Which is pretty alright, I believe. Okay. Off we go to the fight. Alright, so. What do we got here? This is a hammerer. Hammerers are the last vestiges of dwarven culture. While most of their traditions have faded away, their love for all things hammers and axes remains strong. Wow, okay. Here's one of those heavy fire throwers. So he's got 13 armor. This guy actually has more armor than this guy, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but okay. This guy has block. Does anyone here have super high luck? Yeah, this guy has super high luck. Well, we're gonna buff the Skelly. That's what we always kind of do, isn't it? We buff the Skelly. Okay, this guy just gained a block for me using... Oh no, he lost the block because that was my attack. Okay, so we're gonna try and get rid of the Berserker decently quick because those guys can be absolute madmen. And I do just kind of want to get rid of him. I used this attack because he doesn't have any armor and there is a chance for each one of those attacks to crit. Did we kill him? Oh, 1 health for real though? Okay. Anyway, let's see if we can debuff and get rid of a couple wards. Redirect to self, 50% chance. Interesting. Alright, anyway, we're gonna kill the Berserker.
One by one, life
Can't believe that guy had
from this world.
1 health left. That's just so sad. Okay, this is the guy with the big armor, so we're gonna use our Skelly on that. But before... I really want to get rid of this guy's block, maybe? Does that make sense? No. We're gonna get rid of this guy's block, so that Vali Grauman can also focus on him. Oh right, the redirect. That's true. There is the whole redirect thing. Anyway, we buff people. Woolly Woolwolf is just like, I literally do not care about what you're doing to me here. Oh no, we're ignited. Damn. Guy has AoEs. At the beginning of the next turn, deals 125 damage to all minions. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Well, we're gonna get ourselves some health back real quick. Goddamn wards, though. How much does this guy have left? Okay, we might just... We're just gonna finish him... We're just gonna finish him off real quick. Why does the dwarf sound like a fucking Wookiee? Hey, Woolly Woolwolf, how's it going? You are very much a tank. I don't understand why this dwarf sounds like a goddamn Wookiee. That is by far the weirdest sound I've ever heard for anyone like that. It's so crazy. It's like... Alright, let's see. We're gonna do some physical damage to you. Get rid of this guy's block. Gonna focus on this man. Let's see. Yeah, we definitely want to try and get rid of this guy. So maybe a crit? No? Okay. That's alright.
Become part of the breathless tide.
Alrighty. That's one guy left then. So we buff everybody. Oh, that crit from Vali. Amazing. 36% crit now. We're gonna ignore all his armor here. Oh. Alright, TJ Waba with the crit. That's how you do it. Okay, we lost a bit of health, but it's like nothing. After winning a battle, Iratus additionally gains 100% of the experience from the current level. I need to remember to equip that. That's actually quite good. Can't really upgrade anything with 4 here that I want. Need more if I want to upgrade stress damage. Oh wait, I've got a green blood. Doesn't actually help me for anyone though. Alright, talents. All minions and enemies gain 12 luck until the end of the enemies too? Okay. At the start of its turn, a minion gains +4 dread for 1 turn if Iratus has at least 50 wrath. Okay, interesting. This is really good. Target minion's next attack deals critical damage. Conjure shadows. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep my talent points in the, for a bit. Minions gain 8 vigor is kind of nice too. Minions receive 6 luck is cool too. Like that's 6% more critical damage for everybody. Maybe the problem is with your ears and not the dwarves you've been buried for, but that could be. They still sound super fucking weird though, I gotta say. Like super duper weird. Anyway, I don't think we can upgrade anything right now. Humanorium. Oh yeah, I've actually been finding dudes. Like here's the Geomancers. Target receives 4 armor and 4 resistance. Minions move to random positions. You can only do that when he's in the back. I need to remember that. And that's the physical ability that he has. Okay. So reminder, don't let Geomancers sit in the back. Oh right, artifacts, here you go. I actually have quite a few things here that I can equip. Oh yeah, there's some stuff that actually makes it harder. After a combat victory, all surviving minions additionally gain plus 50% of the experience from the current level. Okay, we're gonna use this.
Embellishes my undead features, no?
We're gonna use that so that Iratus gains a bit more XP after the next fight, which will level us up quite nicely. Select a boon. Iratus receives 16 spell power, that's actually quite decent. Whenever an enemy moves, they receive 8 physical damage and 8 stress damage. At the start of combat, all enemies lose 1 block. It's not bad, actually. 16 spell power, though?
Ah, I can use this.
Let's see, what would that go for? There it is. All minions gain plus 1 ward until the battle ends. I'd rather have more spell power. Because spell power works for every single spell I will be casting. The ward is only, you know, until it's gone. So, what do we have here? That's a Geomancer in 4, so I definitely want to see about pulling him forward. This game looks rad. It's like Darkest Dungeon without the awful stupid stress and quick. Well, I mean, you're the one who causes stress. This is reverse Darkest Dungeon. Like, you're the evil guy. Like, you're Iratus the Necromancer, and you have the undead that cause stress to the enemy. So the enemies actually have a stress bar, and you can make them go insane or even kill them with heart attacks. They, on the other hand, cannot do that to you. So... Also, look at this. Just by us having more spell power now, we're giving our wonderful Skelly more attacks. So, as long as you don't have it yourself, that sounds amazing. It's pretty alright, definitely. Alright, we're gonna pull this guy. Oh no, he has block. Shit, I should have gotten rid of his block. So I can't actually pull him forward right now, can I? Ah, we're just gonna focus on killing this man here then. Maybe a crit? No, he survives with 1 HP again. That is amazing. You're a necromancer? Yes, you are a necromancer. You literally, okay, I can show it to you after this battle, because you see Iratus, and he is a very fine man. These guys have wards, these guys don't. It's gonna be his turn. These guys are not even gonna be affected. I might as well buff my characters instead. Yep. See, this is the spell he uses when he's in the 4th row. And the bad thing is not the damage, but him switching my characters like that. But we'll see, this will all work out. Okay. This guy, I don't need to worry about this guy, because we're gonna kill him with our Dead Knight here. Oh, I can actually attack you? No, we're gonna ignore his armor and block. He's the blue guy, yeah, the one on the table, exactly. Okay, we're gonna move her back.
Maybe I'll craft this one into furniture.
Yeah, it's really good. I really like it a lot. This is a very fun game for people like Darkest Dungeon. Damn, that's a lot of stress damage, actually. Additionally deals 1 stress damage for each point of negative luck that the target has. These guys would not be affected, though, sadly. If we could make someone flee, but probably not. Can get rid of his block. And also his block, so that's quite helpful. Pull him forward, because fuck necromancers. Because this guy is like, he barely does any damage at this point. And so since that we pulled the necromancer forward, all he can do is buff. And I can actually get rid of those buffs, I believe, with my amazing mummy, but it also means that this guy has a buff on him, so we will attack him 3 times now, which actually kills him. The skeletons are fucking amazing.
Years of evolution looks like.
I love skeletons.
Pathetic.
And then escapes if she's the last remaining squad member. Right. Okay. I need to get rid of her ward so that we can put that on her, and that we can get a what's it called? Am I gonna use that? No, that would be silly. So that we can get another vampire.
Crimson hunger.
Oh yeah. Got to debuffed, baby. It looks like you've more control over the combat than Darkest Dungeons, and each character has 6 abilities. Yes. There's quite a bit. The abilities are all the same, so you don't change abilities, like in Darkest Dungeon, but the abilities have upgrades, so you can turn them into like a slightly different ability in a way, like a little bit. Like, for example, this one now, this attack always ignores armor, but we added that it ignores block. I could also have just increased its damage. So that is a thing. There's quite a bit. The units all have items that they are made out of, and you can give them like better items so their stats increase. Because you have these stat points which you can put in exactly into which stats you want. Each unit can have 2 like kind of magic items that change what they do. So there's actually like a lot of pretty cool stuff. Oh, the skeleton was the only one not buffed, okay. So that's the block gone.
As worthless
so now
as you
he's
were
dead,
in
which
life,
means
you
she
will be worth something
will
in
automatically
death.
flee, because that's her feature. There we go. And now she's gone, and we get a vampire. Because, why did we get a vampire, for people who don't know how this works? So, we have a spell that we've upgraded, which is called the Blood Curse. If you put that on a character, like on an enemy, they will start bleeding in combat and take damage. But if they have that spell on them, when they flee from combat, which is a thing that can happen, and these characters are the best for it because they always flee when they're the last. When they flee from combat, then after the combat is over, you will get a vampire. So basically the idea is you put this curse on them, they run away, and then they succumb to the curse, and they become a vampire, and they come back to you. So we now have a vampire, and we need to get one more vampire this way, and then we can recruit vampires whenever we want. Increases Iratus' spell power by 12. I like that as well. That is quite good and could be a very decent upgrade for us. So yeah, here's our level 1 vampire, which we could give a level 11 brain, which immediately turns the vampire into level 11. The vampires are quite interesting. They have a lot of stuff that actually makes them lose vigor. Just notice the Banshee has a stance that deals damage when an enemy moves. Yes, I could use that with my pull from the mummy. We were normally using that with another character that can move enemies better. The buff that I gave her is actually does more, because all it does, her stance only makes it so that she deals stress damage. It's not a lot of stress damage. Most of the enemies currently have wards, and there are actually some enemies that gain bonuses from having low sanity. That's why I wasn't doing it. So now we can upgrade something for the mummy. I kind of want to upgrade this maybe, because that gives me like more chance of actually critting. So this just increases the damage if debuff. This just increases the regular damage. Ignores ward. Okay, it's kind of alright. Heals. Oh, this actually pushes someone back. Okay. Let's go with that. That gives us +2.
results.
Luck as well. Luck is literally crit chance, so 34% chance to crit. Yes, the ability upgrades have buffs too, which is kinda nice. It's not always great, but it's kinda nice. Okay, I definitely need more stat points with you, so we're gonna wait. So, let's see, TJ Waba. I might as well give TJ Waba some initiative. Like, make the Skelly a little faster, maybe? Could give him some resistance against spells, too. Some luck. Would go to 15%. Let's give him some initiative. That's actually the max a skeleton can have, so why not? Wait, does he actually have... Nah, I don't want to give him evasion. Okay, this is all good. Health-wise, everyone looks good. So yeah, the fun thing is, so when you create a character, this is where you can create new units, right? So I can just select a unit, then put in the pieces that I need for it, and basically create them from there, right? So, for example here, for a Bride of Iratus, you actually create them with blood. I could immediately put in green blood, which gives them her an additional 2 stat points. You can also give that to them after they're already made, though. So if I get like better and better parts here, I basically switch out people's parts. Like here's Ludoween, for example, has a legendary blood, which gives an additional 14 stat points. And that's like literally immediately 14 stat points for you that you can put into stats like this, right? So that's how that works. There's also alchemy, so you can use alchemy to make like upgrade stuff. You can make up, you can try to actually, you can heal people. You can transmute. So for example, I could have, I don't know, if I wanted to have a better, like for example, armor or weapon, right? So I can go into alchemy, transmutation, and then I want to have a better armor. And now I can go, okay, we want to put 3 rags in there. Gives me a chance at, like, this is the chance of getting higher level stuff. Sadly, I didn't get it. So now I could just try it with weapons, try again, didn't get it. If you, however, put in something green, it doesn't have to be the same. You can see I have a much higher chance of getting a green armor out of this. Sadly, I didn't get it. So that is a thing that you can do. And of course, Iratus himself levels up and actually gains new spells and stuff like that. Summons a basic Shade Banshee or Wrath, we don't need that. An additional part will drop. All minions gain 8 health. What was the thing that I wanted to unlock? Ultimate abilities of minions cost 10 Wrath less. That's actually really good. Fire talent. Oh, right. I have to actually learn this. Deals magic. Additionally deals 50% magic damage if the target is on fire. Very fine. Each enemy at positions 1 and 2. The target is debuffed. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Anyway, let's go with that. So now all the ultimate abilities of my characters cost less Wrath. Squares are actives and circles are passives. Yes, squares are active spells that you use mana for. And the round ones are passives. Wait, didn't we pick up this aura thing? Huh? Oh, wait, is that a... Oh! That's an item for thingy. Okay, let's give that to Vali Grauman. So now we have 8 more spell power. Okay. Cool. Okay, so here's the map, by the way. This is how you move. So you go from the mines to the dwarf tunnels, the mercenary barracks, the catacombs, the cathedral. You basically start in an area. The mines were like kind of bit of a labyrinth, and you choose which way you go. So the dwarf tunnels are like this. Yeah, exactly. It's an item as long as they carry it, it buffs us. So you can use these tunnels. You can see these are pretty straightforward, and you can just choose where you go. You can never go backwards. You always advance towards the boss fight, basically. So we're gonna go here, which is gonna give us a quest battle, probably. While Dwarven society has embraced technology almost fully, there are still a few lingering magical traditions that command power and respect. In this war, the geomancers and the oracles have been a thorn in your side, but now you have the chance to strike a direct blow against them. This nexus is a place where golems are being animated, and where these paltry wizards have stored their mana. It's well guarded, so direct assault will be a dangerous one, but the reward could be more than worth it. So, this is quite interesting. If I actually had gone with this party right here, where I had a Lich in the party, I could actually use this option here, where my Lich could drain magic from them without them noticing. But since I don't have that, we are going to be attacking. Holy fuck, okay. This is interesting. I've never faced these golden golems before. I have faced these stone golems before. So the stone golems all have really high armor, which is what my skelly is for. These golden golems do not. The golden golems... Not sure what they have. They have not really high crit or anything. Let's see. Immune to stress attacks, that makes sense. Immune to stress, it doesn't escape. 50% chance to redirect an attack or debuff to the golem. Oh, right. Okay, from an ally located behind it. So I will try to get rid of this golden golem here first, probably. We'll see how that goes. So they have a lot of resistance. So these guys are armor and these guys are anti-magic. So...
Don't know why.
Bony weather
in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Yeah, pull the golems forward. Exactly, that's what I was gonna do.
Hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
There we go. So now no one is really behind them, and I can hopefully take care of these guys better. Oh wait, are they immune? No, okay, they're not immune to debuffs, so... Yeah, they're immune to stress damage, but they're not immune to my debuff, which makes them deal less damage, so that's nice. Alright, they actually remove buffs when they hit my characters. So that's actually quite decent. Or this one at least does. That I didn't... I can't turn a golem into an undead. No, that is very true. Let's buff our Skelly. Also hits this thing. Let's try and kill this one first. It has less health. Yeah, we're gonna go with the double attack again. Because like I said, each one of those attacks actually has a chance of critting. And then we're gonna... am I gonna buff or am I gonna reduce their damage by 6 again? No, we're gonna buff so that our Dread Knight has a chance of taking out that golem here in the front. Yeah, oh no, with the buff. Yeah, with the buff we kill it. There you go. Nice. Very fine. Okay. Debuffed. Okay, lost a lot of attack there with that debuff. I can get rid of that though. That's the Dread Knight can get rid of debuffs on him. Accuracy. Oh look! Our Banshee actually managed to put acid gland on this stone golem, which means that golem just lost all of his armor. Literally all of his armor. So that's awesome. Let's see. We're gonna do some physical damage to you.
There's no
bony weather.
Sky. Bony weather incoming.
Yeah, see, there was the crit right there. Okay, so we have that debuff on us. So we're just gonna get rid of that debuff, gain a bit of mana and Wrath too. removes all buffs from enemies is actually quite funny, but all they gain here is accuracy. It would heal our mummy, but I'd rather try and kill this thing first. So here's the sad thing, the Siren, the Banshee, I mean, actually can't deal damage unless she's in the two front rows here, and even then she deals magic damage. But the magic damage is quite cool because it means the target skips their next turn. It goes on the first two, but of course they are, you know, very resistant to it, so... Let's see, we're gonna go for the Accelerando, put debuffs on them, and maybe even Acidic Land? Yep. So both of these just lost all of their armor. They just lost all of their armor for the rest of the battle, so we're gonna do just maximum physical damage to them at all times. I'm actually just gonna use my spell to kill this one and get rid of the block.
Up in the sky.
Didn't kill it.
Bony weather incoming.
Bony weather. If I use this, I'd actually deal a bit of damage to everybody, while also killing this one, so...
One less annoyance in the world.
There we go. So now it's just these guys left. And they actually have buffs on them, which means my skeleton is going to attack them multiple times. See, they actually have multiple times the same buff on, and the buff doesn't run out. Which means that my Skelly is going to attack them 2 times, and then a bonus time for every buff. Which is just beautiful. I don't know, she can just wait. Okay, that actually... Well, we can just buff people. And then we're just gonna finish him off. Bam, there you go.
A predictable outcome.
We got the Humanatorium, so that's kind of like a... the Humanorium, sorry. Whenever you kill enemies, you have a chance of getting this token. This token means that there is like an encyclopedia of all the enemies in the game, and if you find one of these tokens, you can actually look up what kind of attacks they do. Spider Mandibles. With every minion successful ability using, enemy loses Vigor and Sanity. 4% Vigor and Sanity for single targets abilities. 2% Vigor and Sanity for AoE abilities. Okay, that's like on top. So 4% if they have 100, that's 4. If they have 200, that's 8. That's... yeah, okay. Another Bane Aura, alright. Yeah, Green Rags, gotta see what we can use with this. Your forces attack in great numbers, overwhelming the Golem Guardians that the dwarves had hastily thrown against you. Now it is time to face the mages themselves. Alright, we just immediately go into a fight against the mages. And if we're gonna kill these 2 guys first, then she's gonna turn into a vampire pretty quickly. So let's get rid of his blocks. Featherfall is hosting me. Thank you very much for the host, Featherfall. Gotta try and get rid of this Geomancer quickly here. We're gonna be removing... Try to remove her ward so we can put the Blood Kiss on her, like, as soon as possible. This guy now has a buff on him, which means our skeleton can attack him 3 times. Oh, or did the buff just disappear? No, he still got it. Okay, so... How much? Okay, he's just dead. Okay, so I don't even have to attack him with the Skelly.
Was your first mistake. Opposing me? Your last.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna kill this guy before I get to put the Blood Curse on, so... Let's do this. Now she's without ward. Oh no, she marked me. What does that do? Any damage received is doubled. Oh no.
Crimson Hunger.
There's the crit. Double crit right there. Very fine. Hey, these are fragile concoctions. Alright, so here, he threw an acid bomb on me, which made me lose all armor, and armor is like the big thing, which means I barely do any damage. So we're just gonna get rid of those debuffs so we get our damage and everything back. And then... I'm just grab some sanity back here. Or some mana, rather. It's a lot of stress damage, I love it. I haven't really been using stress damage much against the dwarves, honestly. Just been kinda killing them. Removes all buffs from enemies, that's so funny.
Death delivered.
Alright, so now she's gonna flee. Because she's, you know, escapes if she's the last remaining squad member. And she disappears. And we got ourselves our third vampire, which means we can now recruit vampires whenever we want. And look, we've got a blue weapon and a green weapon out of this. Jar of Acid. All enemies lose 4 armor and 4 resistance until the battle ends. Actually not bad against dwarves. The pitiful mages are finally dead, and you stand in person before the rune-etched pillar, which is filled to the brim with dwarven magic. It takes merely one touch to invert this power, corrupting it to your own dark needs. So we gained a whole level. Our mana is back to full. I take it, yep. Mummy receives 4 stat points. Yeah, and all of my characters that I went into receive extra stat points too. So that is very fine. Artifacts, let's see. The Jar of Acid. I would lose spell power, okay. What do we have here? Each time Iratus uses... Oh yeah, that's that thing. One-time use. At the start of combat, all enemies must pass a sanity check. Oh right, yeah. I want to do another battle so we can get another level out of that. Woolly Woo Wolf. Gains more mana or gains more wrath whenever I... Oh, I can upgrade... Nice. Now level 15, which means I can upgrade the ultimate ability. All enemies lose 15 vigor. Instead of 12. And an enemy loses 35 vigor. The Dark Knight recovers an amount of vigor. Okay. So basically, this is 35. So 3 enemies would have to be alive to make this worth. I'd rather use this, not only because it is better against a single enemy, but because it also gives me 2 armor and 2 resilience, which increases my overall damage with my ability here that I have. And 8 points, which we are going to put into... Does attack make sense? Or do I want to increase my armor more? Next upgrade cost would be 5, so armor and resilience. I think I'd rather do 1 armor and 1 resilience, which will then also upgrade this, so... This should be pretty okay. 7% chance to evade, nah. We good. Alrighty, TJ Waba gets an extra attack. Deidara gets the extra stress damage. Stress. So stressful. And Vali gains... maybe extra crit, actually? Like, that's plus 4%, that's almost 40% at that point. Let's go. We did want to make him very crit heavy. Could give him some more vigor too, but I think we're going to wait because I really want to get that crit up. So that's like, we're getting closer and closer to 50% with Vali here, which is just beautiful. And yeah, I can now literally create vampires whenever I want. Only the scent of cursed blood is strong enough. Now then, we want to give this to TJ Waba, which gives me another additional stat points, which means we will soon be able to upgrade a attack again. And then, let's see, rags. You already have that weapon. You already have much better rags. You already have those rags. And the weapon. Alright, we got another vampire, didn't we? Well, don't really have that to give to anybody. So here's the next battle. Go. We've been doing really well with this group, by the way. This is seems to be a really good group setup against these dwarves. Alright, I need to get rid of this Geomancer's block so I can pull him with Vali Grauman eventually. And then I'm not even going to care about this guy. We're going to try and kill this treasurer first, maybe? No, we're gonna kill the musketeer first. Yeah, because see, he does like this weird mark stuff, which is just gonna increase the damage we take. Oh no, he moved all the way in the back. Okay, well that means we can go for the Geomancer. By the way, you can actually see it, I think. I mean, I think that's what their model always looks like, so you don't really see it. But she actually has the second slipper. So if you see, she only wears one on her model, right? The idea is that you found her second slipper, and only the Banshee can equip it. And it actually makes it so that whenever she dodges, and she has a 50% dodge chance, she actually gains 20% of her health back, which is really quite fun. Buff everybody. If you like crits on multiple attacks, shouldn't you give your skeleton some luck? I do like that, but the problem is the luck of the skelly is so low. It's at like 17% with a buff, like 13%. I mean, I can do that, but I want to give the general attack. I want to make that higher first, because that attack that bypasses armor, that's the big one. That's what the skelly is there for. The multi-attack one is just kind of whenever I can use it. We're gonna pull this guy forward because he probably has some weird like sniper attack from back there. Yeah, Skelly's just immune. So skeletons, by the way, normally they're immune against all debuffs and all buffs. But if you give the skeletons the enchanted bone, then they can actually become they can receive buffs at that point. So that's what we were doing there. How much health does he have? 28? $25 plus 14.
Dance. Move those mortal legs.
He dead. He very dead.
Give them no mercy.
By the way, I love how they become bloodier and bloodier as you beat them up. It's very fine.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Like, they get really beaten up. It's kind of, like I said, it is the reverse Darkest Dungeon. It's like, you beat up the enemies and they become super bloody. Just like in Darkest Dungeon, your enemies become... your guys become super bloody. Gonna get rid of his blocks so we can attack him. See how bloody he is? He's all beaten up now.
Ashes to ashes.
Ashes to ashes.
Dust.
Murderer! Now, by the way, if you're wondering, hey, we've been fighting the same enemies like over and over. It's because we're in the Dwarven tunnels. When we were in the mines before, we were fighting like humans, a lot of like miners and prisoners, like stuff like that.
Don't know why.
Bony weather. And yeah, so now we're in the dwarven tunnels, so we're fighting the dwarves. So once we move to the next area, we'll be meeting completely new enemies. Survives with 5, come on.
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging.
Oh look,
the
blue
world
rags.
ahead of schedule.
And bones. Okay. That's nice, that's nice. Keep finding armor and so on as well. Wooly, we can give Wooly some more resistance, which is nice. So blue rags means that we can... Oh, we can give the mummy better bones. And we can give our mummy better rags. So here you go, and that means we can upgrade his luck again. 42% at this point. Very, very fine. So the next upgrade for luck would be his maximum, which means we're at 46% and it costs us 10. I need to see if I really want to do this. I might actually instead switch to giving him more attack. So, negative luck on the target increases the luck of the attacker. Oh wow, I did not know that. So if you actually reduce... Wow, so if you reduce enemies' luck, you actually gain a higher chance of doing a critical on them? Okay. This is the first time I've seen that. Removes all debuffs from minions and all buffs from enemies. Not bad. Target minion's next attack deals critical damage. That's a guaranteed. Minions receive +6 luck.
Through transformation, the
there you go.
will becomes free.
So now all of my minions have 6% higher chance to crit. So we've got Vali at just 48%. You don't want to fight enemies that reduce luck with a minion with Shite Luck set. Also true. Alright, so here's the boss battle, and we actually get to fill up our vigor, so all of our minions are just gonna have full health. Wait, Vali, do you still have... You have 1 skill point, come on, baby. Alright, here comes the boss fight. That looks like we're fighting some kind of technomancer or something, who has Tesla coils and shit. One of the chief sponsors of the mining complex beneath the human castle, he thus bears a great deal of responsibility for freeing Iratus from his eternal prison. Not that anyone would dare remind him of this fact, since his keen mind has been deemed invaluable by the Alchemist's Guild. After all, few can actually calculate the precise amount of explosive power needed to clear a tunnel without causing a cave-in. But now that he is personally forced to try to salvage this venture, he has turned his great intellect to far more warlike pursuits. Alright, so what do we have here? I don't want to fight, says the Banshee. Defensive pylon, offensive pylon, supportive pylon, and the Inventor. The Inventor has 999 armor. But my funny thing is, my skeleton could actually bypass that. So I take it I have to... Disappears at the end of battle because I summon. Okay. The pylon is immune to all buffs and debuffs, immune to stress and ignition. Inventor loses 100 vigor for each destroyed pylon. Okay. If I bring him forward, my Skelly could actually immediately attack him, but I think going for the pylons is much better. So... I guess I just start hacking away here. Guy has shit attack too. He does have stress, by the way. I could go for stress and try to heart attack him, but I think I'd rather buff my guys. I cannot examine their abilities because I don't have their, the Humanorium.
This never gets old.
I guess he summons them back stronger or something. That's how I would say it is. Increases damage dealt by 30%. Now this is still the same pylon. I can pull him forward by 2, which means my skeleton could actually directly attack him. Because my skeleton does not care about armor or block. Yeah, maybe if I destroy multiple, that is true, but it's probably not easy doing that. The target enemy loses 25 luck until the end of battle. If they escape, Iratus receives a vampire. He has 10% luck. If he loses... Well, he would actually not 25 plus 19, so he would actually lose 44, so the chance to crit him would actually be really high. I don't know if I want to buff or if I just want to deal damage. And just like get rid of stuff here. And deal damage to him like that.
Dance. Move those mortal legs.
Wow, just insta-critted. So he does have a buff, so I could attack him 3 times. But he has, you know, the armor, and my armor strike doesn't work like that. So we're just gonna attack the support thing. Oh my god, it survived with 1 health? That is ridiculous that it survived with 1 health. Oh my god. Anyway, I can take that out with my Hail of Teeth, actually. I mean, I can literally just make him lose 35 vigor. Because there's nothing you can do against that. He doesn't seem to be... Oh shit, did he just get healed a little bit? By the defensive one? He did. Increases damage dealt, increases damage dealt. Okay, so these things actually heal a little bit. We're gonna destroy the support one now. Which also damages him.
More materials.
And also dealt damage to that. That is actually quite fine. That doesn't hit multiple targets anymore. Which one? The Hail of Teeth never did. It hits 1 target 2 times. But I have this thing equipped on Iratus that whenever I use a damage-dealing spell, or I think any spell, a random enemy gets hit for 16 physical damage. Oh, the Knight's thing. The Knight's thing? That only ever hit 1 enemy. Oh, you were thinking of... Sorry, the Knight has an attack where if he's in the 4th or 3rd spot, he rushes forward and he hits 2 enemies. But he can't use that when he's in the front like this. Well, we won. Knight's ult was upgraded to single target, big damage. Oh, sorry. It's because I it's because I upgraded it. Yeah. Hey, covert behavior. Thank you. Yeah. The Knight's ultimate used to be you can choose between it hitting all enemies and doing damage to them and giving you health for each of them, or I used the upgrade which I used to damage 1 enemy for more, because if you look at it, I believe that the 1 for 1 enemy is worth more, because I need to have at least 3 enemies left alive for it to do the same damage and the same healing as with a single enemy, and this way it also works against bosses really well. That's why I upgraded it to the single target. Right, we got a lot of stuff here. So we've got Humanorium stuff, we've got Boiling Blood. Oh yeah, right. So Boiling Blood is super funny, because you can give Boiling Blood to a single character, and then you can basically have them run around solo, and they just gain huge attack and everything, and they become kind of a lone wolf. Alright, we've got the Burning Blood. The minions attacks restore, yeah. Jester's Visage significantly increases the chance to be attacked by an enemy. That's actually quite interesting for our Dead Knight. Or you could go with 2 minions both with those. True. Blue Ectoplasm. Flesh, blue flesh too. Some bone. Level 15. Brain. That's very nice. Maybe we could try like one of our vampires for once. The Ring of Purity unlocks a secret Iris spell. Removes all buffs from an enemy. Restores 5 mana for each buff. Interesting. Could be something we use. A green weapon. Stat-wise, anything I want to use this on? Nope. Our Banshee. Ultimate for the Banshee. Banshee's level 15 now. Target skips their next turn. This is just more damage and target skips the next turn. This deals damage to everybody and there's a 25% chance to skip their next turn. I'm gonna go with this because it also increases her evasion, and I'd rather know that I can make 2 people skip their turn than having a 25% chance. Stats. Stats. Not gonna put anything in here. No reason to. The mummy? Oh yeah, the flesh for the mummy would be awesome. So now we're at 9. So now we're gonna increase his attack by a little bit. Bane Aura? I could actually equip him with 2 Bane Auras to give me even more skill power. Or I can give him this, because we do use him a lot for attacking, and them losing 4% is actually quite nice. The minion's attacks restore 15% of damage dealt as Wrath. That's also not bad, but I'd rather go for spell... Oh, I can only have... Oh, okay, you can't have the same item equipped twice. Alright. So do I want Wrath, or do I want him to do a lot more, like, do more damage? So 4% of their maximum Vigor. Wait. 4% Vigor? Is it 4% of their max Vigor? Or is it 4% of their current Vigor? Yeah, that's true, actually. I just realized, like, the Spider Mandibles would actually work on the Banshee. I think we're gonna give him this so we get more Wrath. Maybe? Your minion's attacks restore 15% of the damage dealt as Wrath. Because that, like, Wrath is nice so we can keep using ultimates. Oh. The Spider Mandibles on the Banshee would actually work with the Acid Glands as well. Or we can get more spell power. I do like the whole dodging thing for her, though, so... I don't know if we want to put this on her. Anyway, TJ Waba, though. Oh, wait, Ectoplasm. Ectoplasm? Yeah, Ectoplasm. Here we go. Now we have 8. I could actually give her 10 more health. We can also give her a lot more evasion. Which puts her evasion just higher and higher. I can give her block and wards, but we're gonna give her more evasion, which is gonna keep her alive better. Alright, I don't actually have anything for Waba here, and I don't have anything for him. The start of each round, the minion restores 5% of its max vigor. Maybe instead of this, I should give him the Spider Mandibles? I don't know yet. We'll see. Anyway, more damage for TJ Wabba. Oh, and we can upgrade the ultimate, so the Shield Banger stress attack. Enemies will either go insane or become inspired. It's like a guarantee. Removes all buffs from the targets. I'd rather go with that.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
Which, funnily enough, also gives me more armor and so on. Makes us a little bit tougher to take out. Enchanted Heart is good for high max. That's true, yeah. But the Dread Knights are so funny because the Dread Knights actually don't have a lot of they don't actually have a lot of HP. Although I did give him this, which means whenever he's in the front and a new turn starts, he actually gets +5 Vigor, which stacks up to 5 times. So he actually constantly increases his maximum health, which is quite cool. Now I'm wondering though if I maybe want to give him the Jester's Visage, so that enemies mostly attack him, because he does have this crazy amount of armor and everything. So I'm actually thinking about taking out the Enchanted Heart. Or maybe taking out the Bull Skull, I don't know yet. Maybe the Bull Skull and give him that? Not sure. He could have taken Skeleton immune to debuff, also true. It's pretty alright. Kinda wanna make something better for Woolly Woolwolf, like give some more stats and so on. We could use some alchemy here, like some transmutation. What is it we need for armor or dust would be good? Okay. Let's just go with armor here. Because we can use like this green stuff and make an 81% chance of getting a green armor out of this.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
There you go. So that's a green armor. And then I can go for dust. And we get a green dust as well. So now we can give him some extra stat points here. Which is actually enough to increase his resistance. There you go. Which of course also increases the damage of his attack, because, you know, 40% off armor and resistance, so. Are all vampires ladies? Yes, the vampires are ladies. You can apparently get, like, skins for characters. I am not sure when or how you get those skins yet. There is like there's no like microtransactions or anything. You do apparently get them from gameplay. But yeah, this is what the vampires look like. And they're quite interesting. I definitely want to use them at some point, but they're all about using their own vigor to attack stuff. And so I kinda have been waiting until I get items again that allow them to get health back from dealing damage. Because there are items like that, I had them on someone. Yeah, here, the Vampire Fangs, which I put on Fury Fighter. Because you can't switch items out, right? Like, once you gave them to someone, you can't do that. Epic Skull on Fury Fighter here. Very fine. Fury Fighter is a very fine skelly. I guess I was Halloween's vampire and not yours? You are, I believe, right here. I don't think Halloween even plays this game. So... yeah, you're right here. You were in the arena fighting the whole time, so you were leveling up too. Debuff. All attacks against the target ignore both block and ward until the end of battle. The vampire loses 10 vigor. Target loses 30 accuracy. Target loses 20 evasion.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
So yeah, vampires don't actually get any armor or resistance from leveling up. They actually need to use blocks and wards which is quite interesting. Now I could actually give you a bigger brain, because I do have a level 15 brain, but I'd rather use that to bring like a level 1 creature up to level 15. Also, here's Cowhat. Cowhat is a Bride of Iratus. Whenever an enemy moves, deal armor. Yeah, it's actually a pretty fun stance. We use that quite a bit, actually. The minion can't be moved. If the minion starts attacking critical damage. Oh, right, yeah. We've been building the Brides of Iratus quite a bit around luck. Giving them, like, more and more crit chance. Like, Ludo Ween, for example, is very much built around crit. With the Wedding Gift right here, which increases critical damage dealt by 50%, and the Serpent Skull with stack. I'm a Scree woman. I'm labbing in Valorant. I'm only half. That's fine. Fucking Valorant. That game is, I don't know. I have it for a couple weeks now, and I think I've played like 3 rounds of it. It's just so much else to do right now. Anyway, so we defeated the boss, and we shall be moving to the next area, which is, I don't know what it is. As the dwarves fell before the onslaught of the Walking Dead, news of the crisis started to spread far and wide. The human kingdom was rich and willing to pay gold uncountable to whomever could manage to bring them the head of the newly awakened necromancer. They would all gather here in these barracks, cunning rogues and learned mages, knights and elven rangers, all following the siren call of coin. They knew not of the true scope of danger that awaited them. In the end, they were just lambs gathering before the butcher. So now we are in the mercenary barracks, which once again look a little different. They're a bit more haphazard than the dwarven tunnels, but more directed than the mines. Embrace mediocrity. Hey, Insomniac, how's it going? So yeah, we will be, I guess, facing a lot of humans again? And a gargoyle? There's an elf? There's a female warrior of some kind? Yep. Oh, what's over there? That's like a bard, I guess? So now we're gonna face the proper RPG parties, it seems. Well, let's see how they fare. Or how we fare, I should say. Alright, what do we got? We have a swordsman who has no armor but who has incredible crit, 40%. But also terrible accuracy. 55% accuracy, but 40% crit. Damn. Crossbowmen who have proper armor going on. And are quite accurate. Chance to escape, 2%. Okay, so this guy right here needs to get fuckered.
Crimson Hunger.
So we just completely got rid of his crit, which means he is kind of now a terrible character that has a 55% chance to miss. Alright, let's see if we can just... Enemies... Oh, right, the skeleton can actually do this thing where he gains a shit ton of armor and stuff. The skeleton can actually... That's what we used to do with the Embrace Mediocrity. We actually used to buff up our Dread Knight with more and more armor. So he would do more damage and be tankier. Why does this guy have block? Anyway. Gains 10 accuracy and 50% critical damage for 3 turns each time he misses. Oh, would you look at that? That's how he gets his accuracy. But we fucked him with the getting rid of his luck. Minus 30% chance to escape and 30% chance of insanity. We're gonna... Does that make sense? Now we're just gonna deal damage to this guy. Yeah, you can just murder him. Oh, he attacks 2 times, apparently. So now he's got plus accuracy for 3 turns. If they escape, Iratus receives a vampire after winning the battle. That would actually be kind of fun. Do I buff or do I give them stress and make them lose their attack and evasion? But only for their last action. We're gonna debuff them. This, by the way, his attack also reduces the guy's luck. So this guy now has something like minus 14% luck, so we're actually gaining 14% bonus on critting him, so which is quite nice. I want to get rid of this guy's lock. Bony weather.
Sky. Bony weather incoming.
Nice. So he's literally just gonna die from the blood curse, I believe? Or is he? No, sorry, the blood curse doesn't actually deal damage like that. Who do I kill him with? I guess with my... No, I'll kill him with him. Skelly does more.
Stockpiles.
Yeah, the spell damage can crit as well, of course, which is great. Let's reduce these guys' damage again. Explosion! Nothing fancy about my strikes, says the Skelly. I don't know, those strikes are actually really good. What the? Oh, the armor. God damn it, that was silly. I'm just gonna kill you like this. Goodbye. See if I can make him go insane. Oh right, he does have less of a chance to go insane, does he? But that's fine. They don't really do much damage with that. I take it they can only do that attack when they're in the front too, and so they would need to be in the back to actually do proper ranged attacks with their crossbow. There we go. I critted his stress level, so now he's insane. His he still has 0% chance to escape, which is quite interesting. Anyway, so he's insane now, which means he has minus luck. So he's got minus 51% luck, which is pretty crazy, because that means we have a 50% increased chance of getting a crit on him with our guy who has 50% chance to crit. So guaranteed crit.
Savor these last few
just like, okay.
heartbeats.
And we can also try and yep, we just gave him a heart attack. So whenever they're at zero, whenever they're in 0 sanity, every single time you deal stress damage to them, it doesn't matter how much. Every single time you deal stress damage to them, it has a chance of giving them a heart attack and instantly killing them. After killing an enemy, the minion who dealt the killing blow receives a 2 vigor buff for the rest of the game. Stacks up to 10 times, does not trigger when killing a summoned creature. Okay. So that translates into 20 more hit points. I am very ambivalent about that. At the start of its turn, the minion restores 6 vigor for each unfilled squad slot. Oh god. So you could stack that with the other thing, and you could have the guy literally restore 18 health every turn while also being ridiculously buff? Yes, until you replace the item, they would just get 20 extra health. 20 extra health isn't bad, but it's not really something that I go crazy over. After killing an enemy, the minion who dealt the killing blow receives a 3% damage buff. Now this is what I go fucking crazy over. Because that stacks up to 10 times. That translates to 30% more damage. That translates to 30% more damage. So if our Skelly, for example, gets this and keeps killing people, or if our mummy gets this, because the mummy actually kills a lot of people, 30%, you know, has 30 damage right now, gains that, goes up to 40. Like, that's a lot. I wish the heart attack was a little more common. It makes stress-dealing parties a little underwhelming for murder. I agree. I believe that there are spells, and if not spells, there are items that make it more common. There's definitely an artifact here which increases the baseline chance that an enemy dies from heart attack by 10%. So there's probably better stuff like that, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, that Spirit Spear though, like, damn. Like, damn. That's a spear. That's a proper spear. Wait, where is it though? Oh wait, this is an Iratus equipment? This isn't a minion equipment. Oh my god. Minions gain 4 luck, 4 accuracy, and 4 evade. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll equip that.
Searching.
All minions that are level 5 or lower gain 25 vigor. Oh my god, this is an Iratus equipment. This is so much better. Holy crap! This is so much better! Yes, it's all my minions. It's literally like the minion who dealt the killing blow receives a 3% damage buff for the rest of the game. So, whenever someone kills someone, they will now get bonus health and bonus damage for the rest of the game. That's big. That's big. That's big shit right there. That's the big shitter. Yo, what? We can get a lost soul now? How did we... What did we do to... Oh, you needed to defeat 2 bosses to unlock the lost soul. So what is the lost soul? A lost soul is a spirit that has been trapped on the mortal plane for so long that they've forgotten what they looked like when they were still alive. This can be accelerated with some brainwashing. Oh yeah, very necromancer. Such souls can then be infused with necromantic energy and used as agents of deception. Taught to delight in lies and betrayal, these spirits take on the form of masked women that trick and lure mortals to their doom. So, what abilities do they have? Let's see. So, they do have armor, but they start with block and so on, and you can give them armor and so on very cheaply. So it's a stress attack that moves an enemy forward, deals 80 stress damage to the target and an enemy standing behind it. The target gains 10 accuracy until the battle ends. Okay. At the start, restores vigor. Oh, so that's a healer. All Lost Souls abilities have a rebound. So they have strong damage but buff enemies. I see. Wait, so wouldn't that be really good with the... together with the mummy that removes buffs from enemies? Restores vigor to target ally. At the start of the next turn, attacks the chosen ally and deals 60% damage. Attack doesn't spend an action? Okay. Yeah, you do attack your ally, but obviously your physical damage is reduced by the amount of armor that the ally has. So it could be that you like heal them for 17, but you only deal 2 damage to them. Magic attack. So this moves an enemy back by 2. The target deals 15% more damage until the end of battle. Deals stress attack to everybody. Targets gain initiative. The target gains +2 wards, but deals 20% less damage for their next 2 actions. Removes all buffs and debuffs from enemies. The Lost Souls allies gain +1 damage until the battle ends for each buff or debuff removed this way. I see. No, vampires want to get health back, basically. Yeah, the Lost Soul seems interesting, but it's not like something crazy. Oh wait, removes all debuffs from allies. I thought the mummy had a... Oh yeah, because I changed it. Yeah, removes all buffs from enemies. So the Lost Soul would actually work quite well together with Vali Grauman.
There are many foes for you to play with.
Okay, damn. I did not expect from the Shade that the Lost Soul does not just wear the masks of people, but also cramped multiple boobs in, so to have a giant fucking cleavage right here. What the hell? Well, I guess they're supposed to be deceptive, so... Vampires build up block and ward. Yeah, that is true. I know what you're thinking about, Blood Realm. So that they build up... They don't build it up, though. Like, if you use a block, the block is gone. I'm not sure they have an ability that gives them a block back. No. What they do have is they have an ultimate ability which allows them to get 50% of the damage they deal back as health. Yeah, she's storing masks in her skirt, I know, seriously. I mean, I kind of want to try this thing out together with Vali. Like, maybe... Let's see, we're gonna make it level 11. That's not, like, crazy. So let's check the upgrades. So we can upgrade 3 things here. The boon it can always use. Against 1 block, 1 ward deals 10% less damage. The target gains 2 wards but deals 10% less damage. I see. So that's like anti-magic, basically. I need to look at the abilities that I can use in the 3rd spot, because that's what we would switch out with. Wait, what about Vali, though? What spots does he have? He would gain Hex Beam if we put him in the 3rd. But only if the mummy has a debuff. Okay. Anyway, let's see. So this is... deals to the target enemy behind it. Okay, that's stress. Deals more stress. Ignores ward. Okay. And alright. Benevolent Spirit. That's the heal. So this just deals less damage. And this heals more. Let's see. Vali has literally 0 armor. 9 armor. 17 armor. So dealing less damage might actually be good. And also gives us some health. Let's see. Anyway, so this one is... This one he can only use when... or she can only use when she's in the front. But it does move her back by 3. And she doesn't actually have an attack that moves her forward. This is stress to everybody. Targets gains to initiate 10% chance to escape until the battle ends? Okay. Interesting. And this just deals more stress. Let's go with 10% more chance to escape.
My minion.
The target gains 2... Well, that's this thing. Less damage. And this ignores ward. Let's go with that. Okay. Stats. Alright, do we have stuff that I can... No, I don't actually. I only have bones here. Oh, right. What could we give it? Increases spell power is always nice. Oh, and we could give it the spider mandibles so it would actually deal damage while using its stress stuff. Yeah, no, I wanted to ignore the ward because I think that's kind of nice. Dealing stress damage to someone who has multiple wards and you can just keep stressing them down. Okay, we're gonna have more spell power. What does Zaydara have? Yeah, this stuff, yeah. So more spell power for Iratus. And then maybe the spider mandibles? Do I want to use the spider mandibles on the Lost Soul if I end up not... By the way, would anyone like to become the Lost Soul? If you want to become the Lost Soul, speak up in chat and I'll rename it. And you're in. That's you right there. 2% for Vigor Sanity for AoE abilities. Insomniac, you are a Dark Knight, yes. With every minion successful ability using enemy... No, it says enemy. It doesn't say... We'll try it out, whatever. It's fine. We'll try it out. Let's put in some stats. Okay, so... What kind of stats do we want? I would name her Jenny, as I'm already a vampire. Bloodrealm, do you want to be the Lost Soul? I think you fit as a Lost Soul. There you go, buddy. Oh, you don't want to be... Oh, okay. Okay, alright, okay. Okay. Removed. 100% removed. Would anyone else in chat like to be... Tech Dragon, there you go. I mean, to be fair, that actually is really good, because it's a Lost Soul, and now we turned it into a Tech Dragon Soul, so... So, most of the attacks that we have actually dual stress. Or rather, all of the attacks that we're going to be using deal stress. So we could increase our stress damage by quite a bit. We could also give it armor and so on, but I don't know how I feel about that. I could give it an extra block or resistance. Let's give it an extra ward, maybe. No, that's built on, it's built on their physical damage. Not on their dread, yeah. Like, it's built on this, basically. So the lower this would be, the better for us. You mean something that reduces physical damage? Yeah, maybe. There might be something like that. Anyway, what do I want to give them? Do I want to give him like a block or a ward? I'm gonna go with a ward. Give him 2 wards, why not? Okay, let's see how this goes. This is gonna be interesting. Now, of course, we don't get the buff anymore from our lovely Banshee. Iratus gains 24 Wrath. Each round Iratus gains 12 Wrath. Minions and enemies gain 20 accuracy until the battle ends. Smoking gun. Each round Iratus gains 12 Wrath.
I'll take it as tribute.
Each time Iratus uses a spell, a random enemy receives 15 physical damage. That's been treating me really well. It's actually been getting rid of people's... what's it called? People's blocks really well. But at the same time, getting bonus Wrath is actually quite cool too. If I equip this, I can remove buffs from enemies and actually get mana back for that, which works quite well with the Lost Soul. This is the ring slot, this is the amulet slot, okay. And then like weapon slot, and then you've got the consumables.
It embellishes my undead features.
Alright, where do we want to go? This leads to a quest. I do like those quest things. And there's quite a few battles ahead, but... battles that are kinda nice. What do we got here? Okay, we got... Oh, this guy actually goes first, okay. This is a rogue. The rogue is probably more about his attacks than he is about his stats, because his stats are not insane. Let's remember to get rid of this guy here with his debuff. Hey, Wiki Wolf, how's it going? The Lost Soul looks great, but wait, did the Lost Soul just turn... Oh, sometimes the mask slips. Did you guys see that on the Lost Soul? Like, look, sometimes the mask, like, disappears, and the Lost Soul turns into, like, a skeleton face. That's actually awesome.
You will soon embrace your new existence.
Alright. So I could actually give everybody more damage by using this. But I don't wanna. So here's the thing, by giving everyone these buffs, I can then actually remove them and buff my own guys. What's the point of gaining more vampires? Can you sell them? You can find stuff where you can sacrifice creatures and so on. You also need creatures to upgrade some of your buildings, although it has to be specific creatures. Outside of that, I'm not quite sure what to do with them, honestly. I just want to kill somebody? I'm just gonna kill you.
I didn't think it would be this easy.
Yeah, vampires are like fodder for Dark Altars. Yeah, that sounds about right. Very bloody now. Oh yeah. This is what we want. So now what I can do is I can actually remove these debuffs and buffs if I wanted to, and everybody gains more damage. But I kind of don't want to do that. By the way, every time I put this on them, they do gain 10% chance to flee, apparently, so that's actually quite funny. He's in a panic now. Yeah, Blood Curse is great. Blood Curse has been really good. Like, that's what we've been using on that Swordsman, because the Swordsman is all about getting the crit in with his shitty accuracy, basically.
My kingdom.
Oh my god, I just realized how well the Lost Soul actually works together with skeletons, because I can actually put this fucking thing on. And for every single buff that they have, like, it's just accuracy and initiative, and... Oh, sorry, it's just escape chance. Oh, sorry, yeah, you mentioned it, Blood Realm, actually, yeah. And for every single time, my skeleton will attack one more time? That's pretty hilarious, actually. Also allows my mummy to heal, by the way. Why was I dealing so little damage?
Another step towards my eternal kingdom.
The minions' abilities cannot miss. After a battle ends, there is a 25 chance that killed minions revive. Oh, and a level 16 brain. How nice. Lost Sword is a very weird support party member. Yeah, very weird. It's kind of like they looked at some of the support stuff from Darkest Dungeon and went like, okay, how can we make this even weirder? Bali's ultimate additionally deals 2 stress damage for each point of negative luck the target has. Additionally deals 1 stress damage for each point, extends all debuffs afflicting enemies by 2 turns except stun effects. Well, this gives us 5 chance to crit, so
I expect results.
I expect results, and I expect them immediately. Kleika, any thoughts on the Lich? I remember I played a little bit with it. Where's my Lich? Oh wait, he's in the... The Lich is in the arena right now. I've played a little bit with the Lich, and I did actually remember liking some of his abilities, but the problem was that I didn't really have a party yet to make him work properly. I think I only used him once or twice. Kills an ally is just so funny to me. I guess you're supposed to, I don't know, use that on a summon thing or something? I don't know. Deals damage to all allies and enemies except itself. Sets targets on fire. Summons a skeleton. The summoned minion gains 16 attack, dread, armor, and resistance until the battle ends. The selected ally gains 14 attack and 14 dread for 2 turns. This only works on one though and moves you forward. Deals magic to a random enemy. Creates a cloud at the target position for 2 rounds, dealing stress damage to any enemy. It's interesting. I say that much. An ally on first position.
Now, prove yourself worthy.
Yeah, I'd say he's hard to work around. I can see that. Reduces the damage the Lich deals to its allies by 65% is really nice, having a burning skull. Then we put the Serpent Skull on him, so he would, like, keep gaining luck and critical damage, so he could crit pretty decently. I don't know. I'd love to try making him work. I'd have to, like, build a party around it. My problem is I'm a little... This always happens with these kind of games, right? So my big problem right now is that I'm kind of stuck where this party is working really well, and we haven't actually taken, like, a loss or anything yet. So I'm not really forced currently to come up with a new party selection. I kind of want to, but it's a little hard right now, if you know what I mean. So I kind of feel until I'm going to be forced into that, I won't be experimenting too much. We'll see. Curses enemies for 2 turns when minion uses ability, dealing 4 stress damage, dealing 10 stress damage with single target. That's alright, actually. The minion deals 50% damage and becomes immune to damage and debuffs during round 1. The minion receives 10 luck, 10 accuracy, and 10 evasion when an ally dies. That's true, the game does not force you to do that, and even then you can just instantly heal them by using, like, stuff. We're gonna take this crow's paw. If I use this crow's paw, what did we give you? Oh yeah, the spider mandibles. Wait, did we actually see that it was doing damage to people when I was using this? A lich with the feather and the solo item? That could have been actually funny. I'm sure we'll find those again. Alright, we want to make it to the quest, so... Let's by the way, keep an eye out if our Lost Soul actually deals vigor damage to these guys. So this is the first time we're going to be facing an Elven Ranger. Ah, my sworn enemy. I see. Elven Rangers are outsiders among elves, not because they committed any terrible crimes, but because they hate any form of humanoid company. Said humanoid company doesn't like them much either, but they are tolerated enough to help against the undead onslaught. Maybe they're not much for conversation, but they're surprisingly effective. Okay, so these guys are very accurate, they have high evasion, not a lot of luck and stuff like that. Okay. So, things that we want to do is we want to get rid of the Swordsman's crit. It's just Drids here, basically. I have really high evasion, though. Do I have anything that can get rid of evasion? Unless I give my guys, like, extra accuracy, which is, of course, the thing. Anyway, we'll see. Let's try and kill the... Try and kill the...
Your frail bodies fail you.
Oh, sorry, I think you broke a bone. That's how a skeleton does things. Okay, let's take a look if they actually lose health here. They did. They did lose 3 health. It's not a lot. It's definitely not a lot that they lose from the spider mandibles, but they do lose extra stress and they do lose extra health. This guy actually can't dodge this, but we're not gonna waste that just yet. Redirect. Redirect all targeted attacks and debuffs from the target to self. Oh, so this guy is now protecting him. Okay.
This is my kind of entertainment.
Back into the dark with you.
Crimson hunger.
I love that we're just increasing their chance to escape as well. Like every time we use this. And they can, of course, you know, go insane from this, so there is that. Yeah, see, by the way, the bull skull has now already gotten us to 90 vigor. It's so nice. Like, we're just gaining vigor from this. We're gonna try and kill this guy. Oh, right, they have that high armor, I forgot. Lol, I'm a block. I block you. Can I hit him? No. But I can do this.
Break their bones.
There we go. Uh-oh. Man turns insane. 75% chance to attack an ally. Very fine. That's how we want it. Removes all buffs from the target. So I do actually have a lot of people in this party, or a lot of ways to get rid of buffs here.
You don't know why? There's no sun up in the sky.
Oh, I thought that would kill him, but I forgot about his armor working on that. That kinda sucks. Who do I kill him with? I might kill him... Can I kill him with the Lost Soul?
Ha-ha! Slash, chomp, crush!
Damn. Now he's insane too. Wow, they just tell my wife I hate her. Betrayal! Betrayed me! Ah, crap. Accidentally betrayed this man. And now I'm going to remove... Invalid target? Oh, right. So now I just remove everything from them and give all of my guys plus damage, plus 6 attack, and etc, etc. This guy will actually flee on the next turn. Wait, does he not have our... Did we not give him Blood... Oh, we just removed Blood Curse, didn't we? But we actually get to do Blood Curse on him again, and we get another Vampire if we wanted to. Yeah, I moved... I purged it, I know. Oh god, the redirect and the miss. I don't actually have enough mana for this. That's interesting. I need to use my Dread Knight, actually, to get some mana back, maybe? Oh no, the redirect. Ah, well, whatever. I mean, not that I need another vampire, really. I mean... Or removes debuffs. Yeah, right. That's all it does. Each time an enemy receives a buff, the Dark Knight deals stress damage to it. That actually works with the... Oh my god, that works with the Lost Soul too. I only just remember that. We can put the Dark Knight into the stance, and then every time that we use the Panic Wave, we're dealing stress damage. So we're not actually going to be going for killing enemies, but for making them fucking insane. Completely forgot that exists, yeah. Wow, we actually hit him. Okay. Bony weather. I'm gonna heal my Skelly, because it's probably not gonna come to the next turn, yeah, where the Skelly actually gets attacked. So that worked out quite well. What we got here? A Tempered Blade. All minions gain +6 attack. That is not as good as my minions gaining bonus damage. Each enemy that successfully attacks the mummy loses 10 luck. I didn't actually know that was a thing. So where do I actually see the whole attack thing? Because he just literally killed someone, right? So wouldn't he be gaining bonus stuff? We'll see. What's the mask? The mask is just the mask that makes them significantly higher to be attacked. Oh, the Iratus item, sorry. This one. A random enemy loses 30 luck until the battle ends. But we'd have to give up our spirit chainmail for that. Yeah, everyone who touches the mummy gets cursed. It's really funny. Okay, well, we need more stat points with you. I want to get like a better skull or better bones or something. Damn it. I need to get rid of some of this shit here and do some transmutation. Oh, well, there you go. Well, there you go. I mean, I wanted it. I got it. So now we can... Oh, no, it wasn't actually enough to get more attack. I'm very sad now. What about the Lost Soul? We can give the Lost Soul some armor or something. I don't know. Nah, more initiative is always nice. That's really helpful. I could give him more block or ward. That's true. I could give him like another block or another ward. Rather another ward, honestly, because I do want them to successfully attack the mummy sometimes. Give him another ward, make him a bit tankier. So look at that nice damage that he does. Oh, the health! Oh, right! Look at the health. That is actually because my guys have been killing people, so their health is going up from the chainmail. That's really cool. Alright, so... Misleading... Well, we haven't been using that at all. I guess I'm just gonna upgrade this. 1 block, 1 ward. I'm gonna go with 1 block, 1 ward. Because actually being able to put a block on someone could be helpful. Hey, No Trudits, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. We are just, you know, sending out our evil men. Yeah, so Blood Realm, oh right, oh shit, we need a vampire here. I can actually upgrade this. What the fuck? Build this shit. So now we restore 30 mana after every one. After every battle. We need some headless guy there who we can't have. We can't have those yet. Can't have this yet. Can't have that. Nope. There's a vampire that we can, I guess, upgrade. Level 1 vampire.
Infused with soul.
Nice. So each minion studying ancient books gives Iratus 40 experience and 8% of the experience from the current level after every quest. So that's really nice. Yeah, I don't think there's like... Oh wait, a lost soul. We can make a new lost soul. And then upgrade that. Come to me, my lost soul. I don't even know this game. I've never seen this game in my life. Oh no! Ate too little. Oh well. We can do that next time. Using that on the Lost Soul itself would be good to reduce the damage from the heal. What do you mean? I'm not sure I follow. Let's see if I can make some better ectoplasm. I did make some better ectoplasm. See if I can make another better ectoplasm.
It's no gold, but it will do.
Let's try this. Yay, there we go. So now we can give our Lost Soul some extra stat points here. More initiative, maybe? Initiative is always nice. Could give armor. Could give armor and resilience, but it's so little. I mean, it reduces the damage they take, but... Let's give more initiative. Initiative is really nice, because then they can put those buffs on there earlier. Add 1 block and 1 ward, they deal less damage for their next couple of action. Oh yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah, it's 10%. Yeah, it's only 10% though. It's not crazy. And 1 block and 1 ward is kinda alright. But I know what you mean, yeah. Alright, let's continue onward. Okay, we've got 2 new enemy types. The rogue always seems to go forward. I feel like the rogues have some kind of attack that gives them like an opportunity attack at the start. So we've got a shield maiden, who honestly looks like she's an undead herself. But yeah, so we've got a shield maiden. She has a... Oh, wow, okay. She's got a lot of armor and a lot of resistance, so we definitely need to somehow get rid of that. Why does it say that these guys move forward if I hover over them? Does that mean they're going to use an attack that moves them forward? Oh, no, I'm an idiot. It's because I have this attack selected. Okay. The crossbowman, lots of armor, and here's the gargoyle. Gargoyles have no sanity. They're also immune to stress attacks. Deals additional damage depending on the amount of vigor the target is missing. Okay, Mr. Rogue. Alright. 10 armor. So let's see here. We're gonna buff our Skelly. Then we're gonna use the Panic Wave. Which of course is not gonna work against the Gargoyle, but that's fine.
Terror will overflow.
And now they've got the buffs, which means that my Skelly... Well, to be fair... I could attack them like 3 times now, but I would lose 10 damage each time, which is barely anything, so I'd rather ignore their armor and their block. And I feel we're going to take out the crossbowman first. Oh, right, and we're gonna at some point maybe... Oh, yeah, right, because they all have such armor. Did we want to put... Well, it doesn't work against the gargoyle, but didn't we want to put the Dead Knight into his stance at some point and try that out? Ah, okay. Stance petrified, okay. Fuck you. He just debuffed me. Loses all evasion. Oh no, not my evasion. Anyway, Protect gives her... Holy shit, she has a lot of armor now. Petrify. Gains plus 20 armor plus 20 resistance. 50% chance to redirect an attack from an ally standing directly behind them. So this guy. Redirect all targeted attacks and debuffs from the target to herself. Which is he's the target. Interesting, okay. Oh, I'll just use my spell.
Mortal legs.
Yeah, I definitely want to stack the debuffs, I agree. Well, she's just gonna be redirecting everything, right? Insanity. Loses all armor. Oh my god, it couldn't have gone better. Could not have gone better. Oh god, I just turned this into a porno. I'm so sorry for everyone who had that on their speakers. If your mom just came into the room, she was like, "What are you watching? What is this? What are you watching?"
One by one, life vanishes.
Nice. We've got another insanity. This guy is gonna actually escape on his turn. So I don't think I even really need to care about him. This man has a lot of armor, so if I attack him, I'm barely gonna do any damage. I could just remove the buffs from you. Should I remove the buffs from you? No, that doesn't make any sense. We're just gonna wait. Eat buffs, nom nom. I suppose it proved unnecessary. Yeah, stacking doesn't do much if the enemies are all dead. That is very true. I don't know, I'll just attack him. And he flees. Okay. Amok. What do I do with you? You have block. I want to get rid of block.
You don't know why? There's
Bony
no
weather.
sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Let's put another... Just want to use this. It doesn't really matter which one I use. Get those buffs, baby. Oh, this is so sweet. Damn. Okay, he's got like some AoE ability when he's in the front, I guess. What is the logic behind fleeing enemies becoming drawing in vampires? It's when you put this, it's only this thing. If you put the blood curse on them, if they escape, Iratus receives a vampire after winning the battle. The idea is that you put a blood curse on them, they flee from battle, they succumb to the blood curse, they turn into a vampire, and they come back to you. I eat your soul. Nice. Oh, Dark Persona! How's it going? Thank you so much for the resubscription. Awesome, 15 months of subscription, damn. You are a fat piggy, aren't you? Just like rolling around in that piggy pen. Very, very fine. Thank you so much. Well, they always change sex. Yeah, maybe they bite someone else. I don't know. Maybe there's a skin that turns the vampires into males. I guess they just wanted female vampires. I mean... It's cool, man. Minions gain +4 armor and +4 resistance until the battle ends. Not as good as permanent buffs from killing people. Decreases the critical hit chance of enemies by 30%. Not bad, actually. Oh, yeah, you got auto-modded. You got auto-modded, Insomniac. You bad boy. Yeah, crits do less damage at that point, exactly. So, by the way, what do we need to do for stuff? Use 7,500 Wrath on ultimate abilities. Well, I guess we're getting there. Trigger Insanity in 80 enemies. Oh, wow! Only 7 more Insanity enemies and we'll actually unlock the Shade. Gather 40 bones for the Bone Golem. Getting there. Fallen Dampier. We haven't found Dampires yet. Lure 3 Dampires over to your side. Deal 750 damage to your own minions. That's interesting. Complete the game on more pain or higher, right? Complete the game on more pain or higher. Okay. Which is sadly not what we're doing right now, but what can you do? Because I just kind of continued the tutorial campaign here to learn the game. Stat points. Could give you evasion, but no thank you. Could give you accuracy, actually. That wouldn't be too bad. It helps against the dodgy people. More armor for the Skelly. More health for the Skelly. Would also give the Skelly more accuracy, actually. Or more luck. 20%. Using Lich will unlock ghouls. I mean, Lich and I guess Lost Soul and so on, yeah. That can definitely unlock the ghouls for you. I don't know, more armor? Armor is also nice, but... Let's go with this. Some accuracy and some more luck. We don't want those Elven Rangers to, like, jump out of the way too much, do we? Some resistance. And we can upgrade our last ability here. Let's see, which is the debuff one. Gives us more Wrath or gives us more mana. I'm gonna go with more mana.
Back to battle.
Alright. Contains the records of past battle, which can be used to raise the level of minions or Iratus himself. That might actually be nicer than to go for that quest, but if we go for this, we can go for both quests. Let's go for both quests. The quests seem to be quite interesting. Oh shit, that's the bard. Okay. Elven Ranger gets to mark me. Attack against target, ignores block, ward, armor, and resistant. Highly increased chances to be attacked. Okay, yeah, we're removing that debuff. The Bard. Bards are often quite maligned for their tendency toward mischief and being annoying airheads. However, even though they're generally considered useless, they have no trouble finding employ among fame-hungry adventurers who all believe themselves worthy of the next tavern classic. Fucking Bards. Okay, we're gonna go for some stuff here. Let's see. What do we do? What's the best thing we can do? Okay, we can get rid of the Bards. I definitely want to get rid of the Bard quite quickly, but we'll see. We're gonna buff our Skelly. Actually, are we gonna buff our Skelly? It's gonna give him more damage, but way less, like... way less luck. I think I'd rather improve my chance of critting or something? We'll see. Let's just get rid of the Bard.
There's no
Balmy
sun
weather.
in
He
the
really...
sky.
They need to tune that down a little
Weather
bit. Like, they...
incoming.
Is there like an option for that that actually allows me to turn that down a little bit? Character battle speech? Sounds? There's like turning off character's battle speech, but... Character animation speed. Okay. Ah, well. Yeah, I also removed the Gargoyles block, so that's really good. Anyway, let's give everyone their little buffs and stuff. Oh, this is actually interesting. Let's go for a lot of stress this time. We're gonna stress these three out a lot. Oh wait, that debuff. I need to remove that debuff. I would have loved to put him into my, I would have loved to put him into the stance, but we can still do that at some point.
Carve open their husks.
Oh, that moved me forward, actually. Okay. Alright, we've got some insanity. Oh, look, she just lost all of her armor. She lost all of her armor. That's really great. And this guy is in a panic, so he has a higher chance to flee. But he also gains evasion and stuff like that. Oh no, it's a chance to skip turn. Alright. Wait, what happened here? I'm asleep! Oh no! Move the targeted minion one position to the right. The fucking Bard. Well, she has no more stuff left, so let's deal a lot of damage here, alright? And now I remove all of these buffs. He skips his turn, very fine. Oh, I can't actually use that from here, so I should have moved it forward. Ah well, we can still use Panic Wave, so... Do we want to use Panic Wave? Yeah. Voice volume? I mean, I do still want to hear his voice, I just kind of wanted to turn it down. Oh, I wish my mummy had a debuff right now. Mommy, I wish you had a debuff right now. But I guess not. This actually moves me forward again.
Life.
But then I think we can use his his ability to use him back. Oh, she just gave her sanity back. Well, that sucks. Unable to move. I am fine with this development.
Speed of thought.
Why not?
This will be your end.
Well, the bard is fleeing. Am I gonna put him into the stance? I do need to kill the gargoyle at some point, actually. Anyway, into the stance you go. Dire Curse. Curse is the target for 4 turns. I can get rid of all of their buffs. But I don't wanna, maybe. Do I? I don't know. So this just curses the target. This is just one target. The bard is gonna be gone next turn. Let's curse this lady.
Hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
Whoa. Whoa, okay. How did the other guy just die? The other guy also died to a heart attack. Did I just... Oh, was it a crit and they all lost? It was a crit, wasn't it? It was a crit and they all lost sanity, and that's what happened. I stunned him. Fuck you, buddy. Is it my turn now? Invalid target? Oh, wait. Yeah, it was a crit. That's amazing. So it critted and she died from a heart attack and then the other died from a heart attack too. That's actually hilarious. And now everyone deals more damage because I removed all those buffs. No. I'm taking damage too, though. Get some health back, my boy. My sweet boy. There we go.
Mop up the gore.
Yeah, the gargoyle gets more and more cracked, yeah.
Plants
Nice, and we've got the token for the shield
fertilizer.
maiden too, so we can take a look at what her abilities are. Alright, Tech Dragon, gate 2 points. I'm gonna wait with those for now. But bones? Do anything with bones? The minion's abilities cannot miss. That's actually fun. Healing force stress damage with AoE abilities. I got it for the crossbow man too, yeah. So by the way, if you look here, I don't know how this actually works, but these are the enemies we've got the tokens for, and this is how many different enemies there actually are. I believe the thing is though that every enemy has an elite version as well, or almost everyone, so I think it's just kind of like the same enemies but with a different color. I'm not 100% sure about that, but yeah. So the shield maiden, no matter where, she can go into her stance. If she's in the first 2, she can just literally just attack. And if she's in the last 3, she moves forward and deals attack and does a stun. Okay, so she's not actually that crazy. The crossbow man can just shoot one guy, or he can do that firecracker attack that hits everyone for barely any damage and is magic damage and moves them back. So definitely not that crazy. Alright, I think I do want to switch out Tech Dragon here. Get some health back for Tech Dragon. Bali. I guess we can do this too. We can switch out some people for a little bit here. We can put Let's see. Oh yeah. So for example, we could put our little DJ Deeks in here, who's actually really good in the second slot. While our Skelly is actually not that great in the third. So Deeks is interesting as a zombie. The zombie actually has a huge cannon and a gun and so on. And we gave him the sharpened bone, which means he ignores blocks and wards with any ability. Any of his abilities. Ignores ward, we don't need that. Ignores resistance. Now that's a lot better. Battle. And then we're gonna give him more attack. And that's kinda it. I wonder, should I like just give him a quick extra 4 levels? I don't know. It's not really that much, is it? Nothing else really. Your minions' abilities don't miss. The start of each turn, the zombie receives 4 accuracy, 15 damage. Oh yeah, right. And this is if the zombie moves, he loses that, but he usually doesn't move. Like, none of his abilities actually move him, except the cannonball. Yeah, for the buckshot I need him in 2, and for igniting mixture 2. Yeah. At the start of its next turn, the zombie attacks 4 times, each attack dealing physical damage to a random enemy. This attack does not consume an action. Oh yeah, it's a stance, yeah. Yeah, I know, we need someone for the other slots. I was thinking of putting Ludoween in. I don't know if I want TJ Waba. I kind of want to try out a vampire. Give the vampire some health. That should be quite nice, actually. Don't really have any good items. I can make some real quick. Let's see. Reduces critical damage, increases critical damage. Increases all damage dealt. Increases magic damage dealt. Reduces all damage dealt. Increases physical damage, I guess. Do that real quick.
My work.
Yeah, healing self would be nice, but we just don't have that item. That's the sad thing about it. Let's make Valus level 15. I want to get some, like, proper points in. Until the end of the battle, the vamp... I mean, that's what they got the ultimate for, right? Yeah, you're gonna see some action, yeah. Until the end of the battle, doesn't spend an action. Doesn't stack critical hit, deals 50% more damage. So this gives luck and evasion, this gives more health, and you get more health back. And this is when you have more crits. I'd rather go with the crits. Okay, and then we've got... All attacks against the target ignore both block and ward until the battle ends. Target loses 20 evasion. Target loses 30 accuracy. Iratus gains 30 wrath. Iratus gains 40 wrath. It's accuracy. I'd rather they lose evasion than accuracy. Because if we could use that against those elven rangers and they suddenly can't block that well. Oh yeah, the left one I know gains some mana, but I think we're gonna
Serve
go with
me
this.
well, my minion.
And then you're gonna get some more damage here. And then some more evasion as well. Alright, Valus, this is gonna be interesting. Now we still need someone for the... Actually, which slot? Let me see. You are gonna be moving a lot, which is actually... The Auspex? No. This moves you back, which sucks. Like, what moves you forward? Only this moves you forward. And I really don't want to move our zombie too much. But it should be fine. So I just need to be careful how I use stuff. Like, if I'm here, I can use Blood Strike and then moves me one back. And then I can use Auspex. But that moves me two forward. Which means I would move our zombie. So you're actually not going to be working that well with DJ Deeks. But then, I mean, this is just like a little thing, is it? I mean, it stacks, even if it stacks once, that's perfectly fine. So we can try this. Oh yeah, I have this Lost Soul. What did I want to upgrade with that? Here.
You know the days.
There you go. Each minion at the abode gives Iratus 20 Wrath at the beginning of battle. That actually means we can give our vampire the ultimate at the start of the battle immediately. The lake too? Oh yeah, the lake too. But I need 100 for that. I actually think this is better than the lake right now. Like, getting 40 Wrath is actually awesome. Okay, who would we put in as a fourth? Probably Ludoween. To do, like, lots of shooting. Overwatch moves him back too. Or Daedara. Because Daedara can move back. Daedara can do the whole buffs, which means the vampire actually does more damage. Wait, but only... Yeah, no, this is actually good. Nah, let's try this out. I want to try this party out. Let's go. In a quest battle, no less. That's gonna be amazing. Whenever you gather a large enough group of sweaty males, all manner of prostitutes and courtesans are not far behind. What the mortals don't know is that these groups often serve as a wonderful mask for particularly carnal vampire covens. However, vampires are a rather unique undead, and simply being a necromancer will not make them swear fealty to you. They are selfish, and so need something truly captivating to motivate them into abandoning their debaucherous lifestyle. You will parley with the coven in person. Show them that you're a friend, begin diplomacy, starve them out, or abandon. With them will come blood, a lot of blood. Okay. I will show them that I am a friend of their kind.
All for my future kingdom.
You enter in the company of your minions, letting them exchange pleasantries. After confirming the willingness of their servitude, you were rather quickly able to come to an arrangement. I bet that was because I had a vampire. If I didn't have a vampire in the party, this is like sheer luck that I decided to take Velis with. If I didn't have a vampire in the party, I 100% agree that, I 100% am sure that I couldn't choose that. And I get 2 purple blood out of that, and a vampire. So now, we can give Velis the 2 purple blood. Actually, the 2 purple blood? Yeah, the 2 purple blood. There you go. Big vampire steadies. Okay, let's see. You're gonna get an attack. You're gonna get some more health. This would actually bring you to your max health if I did that. More block and ward. Yeah, 1 more block and 1 more ward maybe. Actually, kinda wanna get this up. I'm gonna give him 1 more luck, 1 more evasion, and then an extra ward. There you go. So now, like, save from 2 spells, basically. Lots of damage and stuff. Oh man, I need to make, like, better flesh and heart. Let's see if I can make, like, a better heart or something.
Ah, this.
Oh my god, this is, like, amazing. What is this luck?
Ugh.
There you go. Get some more damage, you fool. Get some more fucking damage. And now we're gonna make some flesh for you as well.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy. Ugh.
Come on, baby. Give me those sweet greens.
A skeleton will clean up this mess later.
Oh my god, I'm just going through all of it. Oh, there's at least a green one. Okay. There's at least a green one. That's 2 extra stat points for you. Not that I can really do much with that, but it's fine. Nah, it's fine. I have enough stuff for sacrifice, don't worry. I have enough stuff. I have this vampire right here. I have some other things that I can just make at any point. Well, maybe not right now, but after the next battle. But yeah, I have vampire. Anyway, we want to go over here. This is going to be an interesting fight. With our weird little party here. Aha, fuck you. Okay, first things first.
Crimson
Get rid of that guy's crit stuff. Alright, we're just gonna go for like pure damage basically. Which I think should make a lot of sense. Now this boy right here is a thick boy. This is a thick boy. Aw. Didn't ignite the elf sadly, but that's fine. Damn. 18 damage? Really? Damn. Okay, should I... Oh yeah, it doesn't spend an action. Hunger for the hearts, we can immediately use that. The target loses 50% of its current vigor and gains plus 50% damage until the battle ends. Okay, that's actually really interesting. So, if we have someone who can remove buffs with us, we can actually just get rid of that, I believe. Wow. Really now? Like really? How much do you have? You have 112% accuracy. How did you miss? This guy has 18% evasion. 112. You had 94% chance to hit. God damn it. Oh well. Anyway, we're gonna use inflicts a critical hit.
No mercy.
See, this is what Ludoween is for, basically. Marked, I see. Okay, this should actually kill him. Yes, he's actually gonna die when it's his next turn. The Bride gains plus 10. Oh, right. Yeah, that's actually... Oh, right. If I use this, I actually gain spell power. I completely forgot about that. Because I haven't used that in so long. Target loses 20 evasion for 3 turns. That's something that we'll do. In time. Zombie execution. Yum, pretty gore. Okay, that bard will eventually need to go. Okay, we're gonna get rid of his evasion. Or like a bit of his evasion at least.
Strength through pain. Ah, your
sweet, sweet
frail
crits.
bodies fail you.
Increases damage dealt by 40%. Damn. Damn, son.
Dance. Move those mortal legs.
There we go. Yeah, I do have an ability that interrupts stances. That's true. The Bright has that. I'm not sure bots can actually... I think they can attack? Oh shit, that was a ward? Ah, that's magic damage. I just really fucked up. Okay, that was kind of silly.
This one voided its bowels just as it died.
Fleets. Damn, okay. Definitely lost some health here. Oh look, a blue blood. The gargoyle shat itself, yeah. It just went like... and rubble came out. At the start of combat, all enemies lose 1 block and 1 ward, 1 time use. That's actually kind of nice. Like, that's actually a decent consumable to equip. Stress damage is nice too.
It embellishes my undead features.
I do like Veil. I do like the vampire actually. It's pretty alright. Or? Nah, let's take our mummy. There we go. This could be a fun little thing. Oh wait, I need another. I can't get it. I can't get a lost soul. What do I need for that? I need ectoplasm. Okay.
Behold my work.
Who even uses blood? I guess my rites of Iratus use blood. Yeah, the zombie uses blood too, yeah. Here, zombie uses blood as well. The lake. Yay, more and more upgrades! Zombie and Bride, apparently, yeah. Well, and of course the vampire does too, so... That would be kind of weird if the vampire didn't use blood. Oh, we're rank 3 with Iratus, so we can... Removes all debuffs from minions and all buffs from enemies. Target minion's next attack deals critical damage. That one is actually really good. Like, that is something that I should probably go for. Iratus gains plus 15 spell power for 1 battle after using calcination. All minions gain 8 health. Also kinda nice. Increases the chance of receiving a brain at the end of battle by 50%. Kinda okay. Deals stress damage. All minions and enemies gain 12 luck. All minions deal the 22% more damage for 3 rounds. 40 mana though. And 22% damage is actually less than you might think. Deals 25 physical damage, additionally deals 100% physical damage if the target is debuffed. I'm gonna unlock these two. So now I can deal physical damage to each enemy at position 1 and 2, which means if they have block, I could get rid of that a bit easier. And then I can use this, and if they have debuffs on, which happens quite a lot, I can deal 50 damage to them. Deals 25 plus 19 physical damage, moves them to a random position. Wow, that's really good, actually. Okay. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. There was almost 3 hours of Iratus Lord of the Dead. We have made it through the Dwarven tunnels, and we're slowly but surely massacring our way through the mercenary barracks, fighting new types of enemies, and also here and there unlocking new unit types. So, wait, I have the Headhunter unlocked? When did I unlock the Headhunter? When did that happen? Oh my god, I have the Headhunter unlocked. I didn't even notice that. I can't make it. Ah! Let's see, we need an armor and a dust. Let's quickly make an armor and a dust. I'm gonna make an armor.
It's no gold.
I'm gonna make a dust. Make a dust. There you go. And now we have a Headhunter. Oh shit! What is this? Epic armor? What? What? Epic armor? What? That goes on TJ Waba right here. Lick. Get that shit. Oh my god, that's amazing. Some more damage. And I'm gonna give you some more crit as well. Damn. That's pretty alright, but now I need armor again, don't I? I have the dust still. Yeah, I can use the skulls to turn that into an armor. Well, or the heart here too.
Skeleton.
A blue one, okay. It keeps happening! It keeps fucking happening. Ugh, I'll just make him with the blue armor. What does he have? Okay, he looks awesome. Whatever, we're making him with the blue armor. There you go.
You could call this one the strong silent type.
All right, the Headhunter. Would anyone like to be? Yeah, it's a fucking Dullahan basically. Would anyone like to be the Headhunter? Blood Realm, come on, this is like your guy, right? Yeah, this is your guy. I knew it. There you go, my man. Oh my god, he's kind of like the bounty hunter from Darkest Dungeon, isn't he? So let's see. Attacks 2 random enemies, dealing 80% damage each. Wow, okay. Deals 100% damage to a random enemy and moves it to the first position. Ignores block. He's just all about randomness. He can't hit because he doesn't have a head, so he doesn't know who he's attacking. Deals stress damage to random enemy. Yeah, this is a pull. This is a big pull, basically. It's a catch him. Marks selected position. At the beginning of his next action, the Headhunter deals 150% physical damage to any enemy at the marked position. The attack doesn't spend an action. The Headhunter doesn't miss this attack. Wow. So if you put this in position 1 and then use this attack, you can pull them forward. That's awesome. Deals 60% damage to each enemy. Okay, this moves him back to... Okay, so his big problem is only his ultimate moves him forward by 2. Ignores block and deals 250% damage. What the fuck am I looking at here? Oh my god, we should turn this guy into the solo dude. With like the whole like... Do we have those items still? No, we don't have those items? Yeah, like with the boiling blood and so on. Am I streaming later on today? I might. It's not 100% yet, but keep an eye on Twitter and Twitch here. So I might, but I can't like say that yet if I could. The Lich seems better for that. Does it? Does he though? Does the Lich seem better? I don't know. This guy attacks like 2 random enemies each time and pulls them and shit like that and ignores block. I guess the Lich can summon allies, but don't the allies count as like squad? Do they not? We'll see. We'll try it with the Lich then at some point. Okay. Not with him then. Well, I don't really think that... Curses enemies for 2 turns when minion uses ability? I could give him this. He could like, he can curse people because he can attack multiple. What are the upgrades on the skills? Let's see. Oh, wow, okay. This upgrade actually turns it into a targeted one. Same amount of damage, but you can choose who you attack out of the front too.
Takes time and proper.
Has a 5% chance of immediately killing an enemy. Ah. Also interesting. Of course, doesn't work on bosses. This has a 50% chance to stun the target. And this allows me to actually choose. But it also reduces damage. This deals damage to 2, like half the damage to 2 random targets. And this also removes all evasion until the end of battle. Oh, okay, this makes it so the enemy loses all blocks and all wards. Oh, wow, and this makes it so the attacked enemy loses all armor and resistance until the end of battle. That's really good. Has a 2% chance to immediately kill an enemy. That's kinda eh. And this turns it from hits everybody to just an attack that hits someone randomly but for a lot of damage. So I'd actually go with this, because it means that the less enemies there are, the more likely the chance that, you know, like it goes for an enemy you want. Because what is this? Like, this is barely any damage, you know? This is like 20 damage. And his ultimate goes from 50% chance to instantly kill an enemy. If this attack kills an enemy, Iratus gains +1 additional part after the victory. But, I don't know, parts are not that great, so I'd rather go with this, I guess? I don't know, interesting stuff though. Definitely interesting stuff. He needs some accuracy. And then some attack. The problem with this, if you look at his abilities, that's one of the big problems that he has. His ability, like his attack stat, has a really nice and high, but a very low. Anyway, Blood Realm, we're gonna immediately turn you to level 16. So, we're gonna go with the chosen attack.
I expect results.
We're also gonna go with the chosen here.
Now, prove yourself worthy of my investment.
We're gonna go with this upgrade for the ultimate. We're gonna go with this one for Surrendering Wrath. And then we were gonna go with this one for that.
My enemies are in for
There you go.
Nasty surprise.
Alright, let's see. So, I'm gonna give you a little bit of health here. 95 is okay. And actually have some decent armor for barely any cost. Give you some more crit. Accuracy solely leaded, yeah. It only goes up by 2 though. More attack. There you go. Damn. And there's really nothing. Well, to be fair, actually. Oh my god, why did we put anything into your accuracy if we can just give you this minion's abilities can't miss? I just wasted all of these stat points that I could have just put into fucking attack. I literally just wasted all those stat points. We could have just pumped your attack like crazy. Oh, that's funny. Oh well. Do I want to give you the crow paw for now? 10 stress damage every time you hit someone? Kinda alright. Just give it to you for now so you have something. Alright. We're gonna do one more fight with our buddy here. I wanna test him out. Where do we want you? We want you mostly in number 2, right? I mean number 3. Number 3 works too. So we could switch you out against Now, we're gonna put you out against TJ Waba. Let's try this out. Let's see what happens. We're gonna do one more fight. That mark, though. Oh shit, he actually hit me, okay.
Crimson hunger.
Alright. So this is gonna be... It does not miss, by the way, which means if this guy keeps standing here, even with his high evasion, he's gonna get fucked. When is the Headhunter's next action? It's over there. Miss? What? Oh, 18% evasion. It's this again. No, it's fine. He can still attack it. Don't worry. We'll move him forward. I can move him forward with spells too. What? This guy has 18%. Come on. You have 100. What is this? What is going on? What's happening? Oh right, this is gonna kill the bard. Actually, killing the bard is actually good. Because the bard is a fucker. Because the bard keeps healing and so... Oh shit, and moved him away. Oh no, now we're gonna attack the goddamn gargoyle? Oh, he's asleep. Skips all turns until any damage is received. Fuck, can I just do like some quick damage to him somehow? Oh wait, you have a debuff. I can deal 50 damage to you.
Making a mass grave.
Trap should still work, shouldn't it? Probably not, because he skips all turns. He literally skips his turn. Which sucks, but what can you do? Yep, see? Skips his turn until he takes damage. Warm and delicious. Oh, really? Deals extra stress damage for each negative luck? That's kind of cool, actually, but whatever. Fuck this bard.
Part of the breathless tide.
Fuck the bard. I love that we try to use our Headhunter, and Headhunter just gets immediately slapped. To be fair, I mean, it's still there, so it's not like you're not gonna do it, but... Does this count as a debuff? It does! It does count as a debuff. Anyway, Headhunter is back alive, so... Look alive. Oh, did he not actually... Is it gone? Did he not do it? What? I don't get it. Did he not do it? I'm so weirded out right now. Stab. Oh no, that missed though. There you go. He hit the gargoyle though, but he did do it. Okay, so he does do it.
Crab this one into furniture.
That is great. That's a great attack. I love that attack. I love that attack a lot. This is also a good spell that I got. It costs 17 mana and we do like 50 damage. Except on bosses, yeah. That seems like a really shit ability. I don't know, it seems pretty alright because, don't forget, it doesn't cost an action. So it does a lot of damage, it doesn't cost an action, it ignores their armor and resistance, or actually that puts it to 0. The attacked enemy loses all armor and resistance until the battle end. That's like the big thing. Well, it costs an action to start it, but you don't lose that action. The attack does not spend an action. That's the thing. It means that you use it in the turn, so you don't immediately deal damage. But then the attack happens, they lose all armor and resistance, and then you can immediately use another skill. That's why it's so good. It deals 50% damage and reduces all of their armor and resistance to 0 for the whole battle. That's why it's so good. It's really, really decent. Alright, here we go. I do love the way the Headhunter looks though. Oh look! Blue bones. And a level 17 brain. Could actually give the mummy the bones. Mommy? 6 additional stuff, so we would gain 4, so we would go up to 6. Yeah, I also got a thing for Iratus. All minions gain plus 10 vigor until the battle end. Not amazing, but it's okay, I guess. Elven Ranger. Deals 100% damage. Magic attack. Debuffs for 1 turn target count. Oh, that's that thing. He can only do that when he's in 3 or 4. Debuff, no matter where he is, attacks against the target. Oh, that's this thing. Yeah. Enemies attack the target more often. Deals 100% damage, moves them forward. Deals 75% damage twice. Dance until the end, protects an ally. Alright, anyway, that was it for today. So, thank you very much for watching Iratus, Lord of the Dead. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed watching me take on the humans, well, or the dwarves too, and the elves and so on. And finishing them off, unlocking new undead characters. Which, by the way, soon we will have the Shade unlocked as well if we trigger more Insanity. It'll take a bit longer for the Blood Phantasm. And some of the others. Bone Golem, we're getting there. We've been dealing damage to our own minions now too, since we have the vampires, so that's gonna be nice. At some point we'll unlock the ghoul. So yeah, more and more creatures of the damned are flocking to our army. I hope to see you guys next time. Keep an eye out